greatness, it's just something we made up. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is a gift reserved for a chosen few, for prodigies, for superstars, and the rest of us can only stand by watching. You can forget that.
Well, I want to be a race car driver someday. It's a great sport. It's all I've ever known, racing.
You see Amanda Sherman slowly creeping in. And the 44 gives a bump to the 86. The 86 retaliates. I love it. And Amanda Sherman just drives off with a big old smile on her face. Meanwhile,
the manor, boys.
Unbelievable.
Ask any racer, any real racer. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Have him on here with shot up a Novocaine and stuff.
No drama.
Go get his
No
deep
drama. So don't
Where's Baco? That's what I want to know. That team just did like 3 episodes and then bailed.
All right, we are live here on TNA Motorsports Shop Talk, episode number 27, I believe. We're joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Arthur, and the number 6 of Derek Paulson for a laugh track. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good, good. Hello, guys.
Good evening.
Rush to get here.
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
Mark's still in his work clothes. Thanks for joining us tonight.
No problem.
Yeah. So you want to recap last night's race?
Well, let's start with Derek. I mean, he was all in ass doing swell for a while.
Swell?
Swell. Derek, what happened?
Tire strategy. Well, actually, I was racing for points, and if I would have been sitting okay if the caution didn't come out when it did, and we didn't take tires that caution. We were gonna save them because I took my tires the first 2 stages, and that's really what it was. Car felt good. I don't mind that track. I have bad luck and good luck there, and luckily it was good luck, and I was pretty happy with how we finished.
You took a stage, right?
Yeah, the second stage.
Nice. Yeah, your car you looked really good out there. We watched the broadcast afterwards. I was like, what ended up happening to him? And we couldn't figure it out, but obviously tire strategy. So, how was yours? How was your race?
Mine was a solid night for the number 3 putting from the rough Toyota Supra. You know, I finished the first stage 4th, so I got some stage points there. The second stage, I think 7th, got some more stage points.
Nice.
And up 10th in the top 10. 0x, didn't hit anything, nobody hit me. Let's call that a win.
Yeah, it's been a while since that's happened.
I better chime in and say I also had a 0x.
Get out of here, now you're lying. I wish I saw Philip spun. I think there was 15 to go, and I saw him spinning too.
He was back up to like 10th.
Yeah, he like towed right away. I wanted that to be a caution so bad because I had an extra set of tires sitting in the pits waiting for me, and it just didn't work out the way that I had to come in the pit, I think, with 10 to go, and by that time when it lapped down, I just got a splash of gas and went. I
was going to say, you were on the same strategy that I was. I just took a splash at the end, and I did have tires in the pits, I just never took them.
Yeah, I thought these guys were just gonna wreck each other like they were doing earlier, and we like to do it. Good start and then good finish. The middle's all fucked up.
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple.
Yeah, overall, I felt last night was fun. I'm usually petrified of short tracks, and I struggled a lot during practice. And once I got in and a lot of people joined in the 3 to 6 practice, I felt much more comfortable pretty quickly with everybody running around. Beginning of the race, I was slow. I was still kind of getting my ground underneath me. Felt like the car was just skating around. And then I felt a lot more confident, was doing a lot better, felt better, got a couple lucky dogs that kept me on the lead lap, and then I got doored by 2 different people, and I fully believe that they were both mistakes, and they weren't malicious. I know they definitely weren't, at least one of them as well. Saved both of them, which wish could have gotten that on the broadcast, but we didn't. But overall, like, I was happy with an 18th. Lost 4 positions, I think, with the second dooring because I slammed off the wall. But luckily skipped my optional repairs and the car held up fine and finished 18th. I don't know how many X's I had, but and then I got in the back of Fisher when he ran out of gas. Kind of knew he was running out of gas, but wasn't sure because he didn't say anything, and I ended up rear-ending him when he just stopped in the middle of a gaggle of cars, and luckily was able to get around him too. So it was still a fun race for a short track. I usually hate them, so.
Dalton's dad chimed in and says taser's charged, ready to go.
We got some lightning bolts in there too.
We just need videos, so send your video to Shots of the Week. Mark, how was your race?
My race sucked. Yeah, it was terrible. And it's not over, I don't guess. I'm trying to do the points right now. We all know there's a big controversy going on with the pushing to the end deal that I guess people can't understand that rule. It's not a hard rule to understand, so I don't get, I don't get what's so hard about it, but I mean, it is what it is, so
Now
people learn their lesson, I guess, in the end, to not break the rule.
So the rule is you can push under caution, but you can't push somebody across the start-finish line, just to the pits at the end.
So the NASCAR rule says
I'm
you
the
can't
best there is,
push
plain and simple. I mean, I wake up
under
in the morning, I
caution
piss
in order
excellence.
for someone to save fuel. And you can't push someone to the finish. You can push them to the pits, however.
Well,
on the
Dak, here's
last
the
lap.
deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Interpret that how you wish. I mean, our NASCAR doesn't have any like rule book that you can go look at, so you got to try to dig and
Well,
find
Dak,
those
here's the
rules.
deal.
But,
I'm the
you know,
best there is,
Matt Kenseth
plain and
had the
simple.
same
I mean,
thing
I wake
happen
up in
to
the
him
morning, I
the
piss
playoffs, and he
excellence.
lost 13 spots for someone pushing him. And then even Ryan Newman in that same race, I believe it was Ryan Newman, was like, well, I didn't even know that was a rule. I was looking for someone to push me. I'm glad I didn't have somebody to push me. So, it ended up costing Matt Kenseth, and, it's going to end up costing Gruenberg. I mean, we clearly have it in our rule book that if you do that, then both people get penalized, because to me, it's like you could exploit that. So, like, let's say Jamie ran out of fuel and he was trying to make it to the end. Well, one of Team AV come up and go, well, I'm going to push him. Unless Jamie just slams the brakes and shows that he doesn't want to push, then you could kind of, get him penalized like that by just going up and pushing him, right? So it's kind of like the pusher has to be penalized too. It's unfortunate, that Matt didn't know that, and I said, hey, you can't push to the end, and he did stop pushing him, but he did help him get to the line. Fisher never would have made it to the line. And I don't know how iRacing would have scored that. They don't know how iRacing would have scored that.
Mm.
They don't know why iRacing did what they did. I know iRacing had a timer on there that used to be every car had to pass the line before it stopped scoring incident points. I know they shortened that to where it's a time limit now, but I'm not sure if that means cars aren't scored once that time limit runs out. So, and I don't think they know that either. I think they're just, which I would do too, is try to come up with an excuse to help somebody not get that penalty, especially my teammate. But, in the end, the rule's clear cut. It's clear cut in our rules. The penalty wasn't clear cut, so I had to dig to find it to try to be fair, not just make something up off the cuff. You guys know that. We talked about it last night.
Mm-hmm.
So, I tried to be as fair as possible. Didn't give Jamie the win either. Made it encumbered where that win didn't count for him either. So I thought that was the fairest way to go about it all the way around.
I agree that was a very fair part of it right there. It's not like he just boom got the win and the in for the rest of the rounds.
Yeah, because I wasn't even thinking that about the playoff win. I was just thinking, oh, Jamie won. Okay.
Yeah, there are a lot of rules, and it can get tough if you read them and forget about them. I probably I think Aaron gets driven crazy the most when I jump in the team speak. Am I allowed to do this? What's the rule on that? Is this even allowed? And I'm constantly asking them because there's a lot of rules, but it's just part of it is you have to know them or at least ask and find out.
And there's not a lot of rules, and one of the things in there, the suggestion was, I think Miller put it in there, was have listed beside it what the penalty is. We could do that, and we could have the rule book be 14 pages. So we try to keep it at a minimum. And then the penalties, it's like if we put a penalty for every single incident, that rule book would just grow and grow and grow and grow. And then people would come in and go, holy shit, they have too many rules. And nobody would want to run with us. So, we try to use a lot of common sense. And we try to just say, this is what it is. If we don't have a rule in there, then we generally try to run basically what NASCAR would run, since that's basically the kind of series we are, as a NASCAR-based series. So if the rule isn't listed, then we try to go what NASCAR would do. So that's why I had to find that last night to figure out exactly
Well,
what
Dick,
NASCAR
here's the penalty deal. was.
was.
I'm the best there
And that
is,
was pretty
plain and
tough.
simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
I'm trying to figure out where to edit these damn stand-ins. if I seem preoccupied, that's why.
Oh, no worries. I mean, sure, everybody's waiting for the points to come out. I know I am after that stellar night. I can't believe I got a 0x out of last night. I thought I was going to get run over left and right.
I mean, there was a fair amount of cars that stayed pretty clean. I do feel extremely bad for Philip after Aaron.
Oh, when Aaron intentionally
just
wrecked him.
destroyed
Yeah,
him and just
listen to
kept
this, Mark.
hitting
I want to
him
bring this up.
afterwards.
So,
I'm the best there is,
we watched the
plain and simple.
broadcast
I mean, I
last
wake
night
up
and
in
we
the
saw,
morning, I piss excellence.
Philip came in before the race because, we've hung out with Philip on Shop Talk and he raced with us at Daytona and we do the golf thing together and all that.
Philip Walling?
Van Vliet, yeah.
Oh, Van Vliet, yeah.
Yeah, so he jumps in our team speak before the race. No, good luck, everybody. No, hopefully everybody runs
super
good.
nice.
Yeah, we're like, you too, man. Then Aaron comes, fucking spins him out, and then just keeps fucking hitting him.
He, dragged
So I
him
want to
up
bring it
against
up
the
for
wall.
intentionally wrecking, because Aaron went right into him. I don't know why. The guy came in, wished us luck.
Poor Philip. I felt so bad towards the end of the race watching the broadcast. He came out of the pits and he got those new tires. It looked like he just went a little too hard and it just dragged him right up into the wall, and then you saw him tow. But I bet a bunch of people were hoping that would be a caution, but it was not.
Oh, I saw that. And then when you got tagged and you were going sideways, I was like, come on, caution, caution, caution.
And I will give props. 99% sure I knew it was Miller that hit me, but I think he's the one who keyed up and he kept yelling, save it, save it, save it, save it. And I had moved everything around in the car, so like the drivers and the chatter are up top, so I don't always look up. And I was just doing my best after I slammed into the wall to not pull it down in front of anybody, but to save it. And I just couldn't believe I did, but I did appreciate him keying up, yelling out, save it, save it, save it, save it. So, but I was also trying to get my composure back, so I didn't re-key back up or anything to reply, because I was sweating like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. You want to see some boob sweat, you should saw man.
Oh, it was so bad. I had a great
She's like, look at this. I
on.
was like, oh, gross.
Wait,
Go
what?
shower.
Well, like, I avoided a couple of those wrecks. There was one that I had to turn the wheel like 8 times to fucking get through it. And afterwards, I even keyed up. I'm like, I'm sweating like a motherfucker after getting out of that. It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, don't.
That was that boob sweat.
No, it was so bad. It was down here. It was in the back. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, it's only like 68 degrees in our garage, but I'm sweating like a motherfucker.
Dalton, you know the reason Aaron's not on is because he didn't get a top 10. That's the only time Aaron graces us with his presence.
You could probably bottle up some of that boob sweat and sell it to Taylor.
Oh, we can make lots of money on that.
Upgrade his
Yeah.
pedals or something.
Yeah. Have him hawk it at his
Give him a
college.
sniff before every race.
You
In front
give
of
him a
everybody.
No, gross.
Give him a little. Oh yeah, got me some Amanda. Got me some Amanda rub.
just floors it around the track. Doesn't even break. Ready to go.
Oh my god.
No, I didn't get new headphones, Sam, after I broke this. But they still work. I kind of like it because it just has the one now.
What do we got going on? A solid race.
This really sucks where you're doing all these points.
Hydraulic pedals. Still Taylor bath. We don't take
Yeah, who
baths.
takes baths?
Oh,
Yeah.
Baths are gross. It's like sitting in your own soup water. Like,
Yeah.
that's
At least
disgusting.
we go in the hot tub where it swirls around.
Yeah, like 5-year-olds and
Filters it.
80-year-olds take baths. Yeah.
Cool as PC with it.
Gross. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of
hey,
you sick-
Taylor also had a 0x last night.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He seemed very calm in the race. Like he was just kind of poking around trying to stay out of the trouble and everything.
Yeah, I can't. Especially Dalton. Dalton wouldn't move out of my way. I wanted to move him so bad. I just kept going back and forth on his bumper. I'm like, come on, Dalton, just go high for me.
He was like that in practice, though, too. He was a little squirrely
I understand
in
it's good
practice.
towards the end of the race. And
We give him a bad time in the team chat because, I don't know if you've noticed, but every time we do a pit party, he seems to be leading.
Oh, yeah.
So we're like, Dalton, what's this? We're doing pit parties, you're always leading. Why don't you come back here and race with some...
I can see what the clean air feels like. Oh, and if you guys haven't noticed yet, we got a new shirt for sale on SavageEdge.com. A Let's Go Brandon shirt. So get yours today at SavageEdge.com. I put at the top of the store so you dummies can find it.
I made 7 of those today. They're all going out tomorrow. Those are a hot item.
Yeah, a bunch of your
see-
chefs
I see-
bought them.
I see Dalton's chimed in now on the pit parties.
Oh, all capital letters. Nobody wants to
He
pass
tries me
me.
back there, Derek. He's just too fast. He just goes to the front so
Well,
fast.
didn't he start in the back of the pit party during practice yesterday and fucking wreck everybody? That's why we don't
Oh, yeah,
let him
he
in the
ran
middle
into
of the
me.
back. Yeah.
No, I will give part blame because I use crew chief, and throughout all practice, I guess I didn't really notice, but it wasn't saying anything to me. And Dalton was like, I was almost under you there, and I was like, well, I didn't hear my spotter say anything. Yeah, so good thing that happened, because crew chief wasn't even working, so I didn't have a
Ooh.
spotter or nothing.
I'll tell you the best thing. I noticed the spotter is a whole hell of a lot better on. If you get the Jimmy Johnson Cuss Pack one for the iRacing, the spotter is so much better than the crew chief. I run crew chief too, but I turn off the spotter on crew chief, so he just tells me like my pitting strategy and all that. But yeah, the spotter on the Jimmy Johnson Cuss Pack that you can put into iRacing, I mean, they tell you when there's wrecks down the track if they're high or low.
That's nice.
And they actually tell you when you're 3 wide, like 2 below, or
Yeah.
like you're in the middle.
That's helpful, because I got 3 wide, stuck in the middle, I think, twice last night, and another reason I had a lot of sweating going on. It scared the shit out of me. It's definitely helpful to know that.
You need help with numbers there, Mark? You don't math good?
Nope. No, it's numbers and text and all kind of shit going on. So. I've almost got it.
So what do we got to talk about? What do we got?
Glad you got Derek, because this shit would be boring without.
Yeah,
without
jeez.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll
Well, I was
be
going to say,
done.
So, Derek, how's-
race
done
was,
with soon and
Derek, how's the lumber business?
it has its ups and downs. I was going to say, yeah, my race last night was really uneventful, so I really don't have anything to bitch or complain about tonight.
That's kind of how mine was. I just went, past a couple people, and I'm like, oh, I ended up 10th. I'm like, wish there was a caution at the end because I wanted to use that fresh set of tires.
Oh yeah, that would have been awesome when Phillip spun. We were hoping that would have caused a caution. That kind of hurt Dalton too because he was slowing down the pit, and Taylor saw him because he spun out right in front of Taylor, and Taylor was like, oh, he's spinning, there's a spin. So I think Dalton slowed down, and then he veered back out on the track, and no caution came, and it unfortunately lost him a lot of time, but I guess that's just how it goes sometimes.
Yep.
I'm a little nervous about Bristol. I still have to
Why?
download and buy it. Like, at least Richmond, I practiced for ASRL months ago. I didn't run the race because I was too nervous, and I still hated short tracks, but...
If you just throw Bristol dirt on, it'll be the same thing.
Yeah. So, as soon as we get that set up, I'm going to get in there and start doing some practicing early this week, because Again, it's one thing to suck at it during the regular season. I don't want to suck at it during the playoffs and wreck people that are in the playoffs.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dave. I've been clean since Dover. I didn't cause any problems.
Yeah, well, that's right. He took out 2 people in Dover.
Yeah.
Or he caused 2 wrecks, but he took out multiple people.
Well, I think
I was one of them.
Yeah. Come on, we all have bad races.
You need to quit worrying about wrecking people.
It yeah, I know.
I was a little better last
You wreck 'em,
night.
you wreck
It's
'em.
fun.
I mean, it ain't like you're out there intentionally trying to take people out.
If
So
I
that would
can
be a different
avoid it and have decent, for me, finishes, I'm happy with that.
story.
But
You're never gonna have decent for you finishes if you're always afraid of taking somebody else.
I
down.
will get there more and more and more. Last night was the most I've ever pushed myself on a short track, definitely, because I could see there was a couple people behind me, like, get the fuck out of my way. But I was like, nope, I got new tires, and I'm going to run this as hard as I can, because I feel good when I'm up to maybe 30 laps on the tires that we had last night. But then once the tires started to go, I would get out of everybody's way, and especially for the leaders. But getting there. I think next season will be different. I don't want to say I'll be aggressive, but I'll definitely just hold my ground or stand my ground and stay in my line.
Yeah, I know you guys are
Make
talking
sure you
about
don't get anywhere near Brad.
David Madden stage 2. I mean, me in the 09, we were side by side for like 6 laps for 7th place.
And no, Brian, I didn't want to have you get in to yell at you. I even said earlier that I knew 100% it wasn't malicious or anything. You are a floater, so whenever I see you get on my inside now, that's, I think, the second or third time.
Like a bird.
He starts floating. I'm like,
Floater.
fuck. Here comes Brian. But no, I saved it. I didn't lose any positions. You were good. Like, so that was totally fine.
Brian, she wanted to make sure.
He
Yeah, she wanted to make sure.
Get a pregnancy test after that race. I think Colin Brad got him pregnant in one turn.
Oh, over there inside each other.
Raped him all the way down his
Oh.
driveway door and entering one of the turns.
That was like what, when they were coming out of the pits, there were like there's guys
Oh, there was,
inside
like,
of each other coming out of the
5
pits. I'm
cars,
like,
like-
what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, like, the fuck's happening? We were coming out of the pits. Corey was behind me, and I knew if I bumped into the back of him, he'd start yelling at
Oh,
me.
I'd
I'm
slam
like,
on the brakes and
fuck
get
is
out.
happening here? Everybody
Hold
just
on, guys. We'll get on the pit road. Just give me a second.
I still don't have any fucking clue what was happening there.
Heads
What are we
up
all
at the
looking
last minute. Oh, sorry,
Yeah, what-
Terry. You said you got a tooth pulled and you were out this morning.
Terry, I texted you at like 7 or 6:30 and asked how you
Check
were
your phone,
feeling
Terror
and if
Bear.
you were gonna get in.
Oh, Terror Bear.
Yeah, look at your
Yep.
phone.
So, okay, I didn't race Darlington. Did Terry race like the 71 or what? Did
Yep.
he change his number?
Yeah,
for
he
that
changed
race?
his. It was Chris's number, right? And then Chris's car.
For the throwback, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that keeps messing me all up, seeing different paints and everything, because I'm sitting there looking around like, who the fuck is this? Because I try not to look down at the
Change
relic
mine every
box,
week.
but oh, everybody
So-
changed their shit.
So is Terry going back to the 86 then? I'm taking it, or is he staying with the
Who
71?
the fuck knows when
Yeah,
he
he
shows
was
up to race? He doesn't show up to
practicing-
fucking Shop Talk, so why would he show up to race?
He
He
practiced.
likes Shop Talk better than racing.
Yeah, he practiced a bunch yesterday. He had the 86, but he had the different paint scheme. His daughter's car broke down. He got the text at like 6:10 or something. He had to go help her out. She was getting towed, but he did practice a bunch. He was gonna get in.
That's a good one, Dave.
Shop Talk is every Monday.
What do you mean last minute, Terry? Shop Talk is every Monday. Yeah, every Monday at 8 o'clock on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We're here.
Well, Dad, here's the deal. I'm the best there
Unless
is,
we're in
plain
Florida.
and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning.
No,
I'm
we
a
weren't
big
going to do it today because of Terry, and then he said Mark was off tonight, so I'm like, well, all the cool stuff happening in the league, we should have Mark on. And then Mark asked if we had a guest. I'm like, well, I don't got a...
Cool.
Yeah, I don't have a guest. I'm like, Derek, what are you doing? You just messaged in the thing, so you must be around.
Well, I was gonna say, nothing was really said about Shop Talk. So I'm like, I wonder if they're off tonight. I better ask.
Yep. See, now you're on Shop Talk.
Well, yeah. And then he's like, "Oh, Mark's on there." I'm like, "Oh, right. We get to listen to see what he's got to say." Yeah, and then a random message a few minutes later. What are you doing? Well, I suppose I can run down for a few minutes.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like everybody's being a bit more cordial in Discord right now. It's like, you know what? If you got to talk it out, you talk it out. Just
I
don't
know, Rick.
hold
He does
strong
eat
and
50
ignore
pounds of
each other.
taffy. I'm surprised he's got a tooth left in his head. I don't know how he can eat taffy like that. He loves that shit.
And yes, Dave, that was fun racing you up front last night. You're pretty quick.
Yeah,
It was really
Dave,
nice to see you run Grunberg hard like that second
that
stage.
was
I enjoyed
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Him and Gruber got a really good.
And he wasn't giving anything back. He was holding on to every inch of that track that Dave had. That was nice to watch. I thought you like road races, Dave. I didn't know that you like short tracks.
He didn't either.
Yeah.
Let me see, I think. Did you just post the... Oh, there.
I sent it to you.
Oh, you sent it to me?
Oh.
Yeah.
We can go down
It's
and...
both of them.
Yeah, we'll pull it off. So, here's your standings right now after Richmond. We got Matt Gruenberg in first. Jamie Walker is 14 points behind Gruenberg. Derek Paulson is in third, 11 points behind Jamie. Matt Hackathorn in fourth, 14 points behind Derek. Dalton Kilrow is tied with Hackathorn. TBB is behind Dalton, 1 point. James Miller's behind Taylor, 6 points. I am tied with James Miller. Then we got Tanner Marr, 13 points behind. McAvoy, 9 points behind. Dees is 4 points behind. Thompson is 5 points behind. Then below the cut line right now is John Perkins, 1 point behind Rick. Dave Seats is tied with John Perkins, so they're both 1 point behind Rick to get in.
Ooh.
Joshua Sexton's 15 points behind them, and then Joshua Klinger's 3 points behind him. And that is your top 16. Your Sweet 16.
Yep. I was going to say, Perkins, he got hammered pretty good last night, too.
Oh, there was a lot of pinballs last night.
Oh yeah. And I can't believe I wasn't one of them. I couldn't believe I got in the car. I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, I don't think I got hit once. I think maybe I did get a 0x.
Corey, race around me at Bristol. We'll take care of that. For
Oh
you.
yeah. You guys remember
Right.
Dover, right? Let's hope the Dolphins don't have a bad game again.
Hey, you did pretty good last night, and they kind of didn't have the greatest ending yesterday either.
No, they had an awful ending, but yeah, my night was okay. Like I said, it was a solid night. They had a solid game until the guy that hasn't kicked a field goal all season kicks a fucking field goal with no time on the clock.
Chris.
I got hammered last night. I couldn't tell your voice.
No, we can usually tell when he's had a little too much to drink during a broadcast. Brian, are you missing a race? When are you missing a race? You're going on vacation, right?
I thought he just missed a race.
No,
he
it's just
missed one of the playoff races.
yeah, because he was asking about that in the chat the one day.
Yeah, so
I was disappointed about missing Darlington, but I'm glad I didn't miss a playoff race.
I don't even have any clue how I'm supposed to run Bristol, so I mean, not that I want to miss it, but I don't want to run it, so I might need a couple helping hands on learning that one. And Mark, definitely, you helping me find that mark of how to come off the wall, that's definitely what saved me and not spinning out last night. I was spinning like a motherfucker coming off the corners in all of both practices, because we did a 12-3 private practice so I could figure the track out. 3-6,
Right.
I kept spinning. I still couldn't do the floating up thing, and then the coming down later in the one corner, but
November
finding
20th.
Huh?
November 20th.
November 20th. Oh, but finding that mark so I could come off the corner definitely helped me, and I don't think I got squirrely once coming off any of the corners.
Yeah,
That,
it really helps if you can straighten. Or you straighten that wheel out. It really helps.
Steve said the best way to run Bristol will take the green and pressing Alt 4.
Huh? Oh.
Hey, you're guaranteed 0 incident points.
Yes, you are. You won't get negative.
Like I said, my goal is to stay above Aaron in the standings, just so I can brag to him that I'm a girl who just started and I still beat him. So that's my main goal.
Yeah, you're beating them by a lot. Oh yeah, let's look.
You know, it
got
was fun though. I was in Discord here with Mark through part of the 3 to 6 practice, and him and Aaron were going back and forth at the fastest time in practice, and it was kind of cool to see Aaron just whooping. He was fast there in practice.
Anytime he's fast, he does shitty in the race.
You are 19 points ahead of Mr. Backover right now.
Nice.
You didn't need to show up for a race and you'll still beat him.
Poor Aaron.
Yeah. You know, he just doesn't have that track awareness as the 3 car. I mean, I got a 0x. Yeah, he does get caught up in everything. I mean, we hear lots of grunts and groans in TeamSpeak.
Anybody, you suck, Derek. That's from Rick. Anybody in chat got anything for us? How were your races last night? Is there a little something else from you guys?
What, Derek freeze? Or is he just smiling?
Oh, Derek froze. He's not just smiling. Yeah.
That's just Derek.
He's so happy.
Like
Yeah, he's just smiling
That's what
away.
I said. I'm like, oh, that's great. Derek's always in a good mood. Let's have him on.
looking like a damn jack-o'-lantern.
You haven't hit Backover yet? You sure about that, Dalton?
Trying to catch up on all the Discord.
That's creepy. Make it
BS.
stop. Not bad until you get cut up
It's
with the eight.
It's creepy. Make it stop.
You don't like that? It's a good portrait of Derek. Put that in as his damn driver picture.
Oh yeah, should save that.
No.
Print screen. There.
I'm all yours.
I haven't even
Right.
seen his thing highlight, so he's restarting it. Put a fluffy bunny suit on him.
Mark keeps changing seats. There he is. Hey, Derek.
Derek needs to sit still.
For some reason, my Discord decided to crap out on me, and
Yeah, I'll tell you what really happened. His wife has the child lock on there, and he's only allowed a certain allotment of hours.
you know what?
He searched
ran out of
a
hours.
site he shouldn't be.
No, I was gonna say it was about 35 minutes. I think that was my timer.
Rick Thompson wants us to ask who do you think will win at Bristol?
Not Rick. After that comment earlier in the chat.
Pace car.
Yeah, the pace car definitely will lead the most laps. Well, Rick, you better step it up, buddy. You're right above the cutoff. You got 2 people 1 point behind you. That's scary.
Who says it? Betty'd say 88. Rick says that.
Rick. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a pretty good guess.
Yeah, that's what I put my money on, but I'd probably lose money on it because the fucking spread's probably so big.
I don't think who else runs decent at Bristol. No. Watch, this will be the race that Bacher finishes.
Yeah, he's gonna get a top 3, and then that next Monday you'll see him on Shop Talk.
Is that all we need?
Yeah, he just has to get a top 10, maybe even a
Yeah.
top 20, and he'll show up. I don't know.
No, I think top 10.
Get the banner.
Yeah, I don't think he's seen that banner
What
in
is
a
it?
while. It's just
Oh,
been me and
I was gonna
Amanda.
There's the banner. I was looking for it.
Yeah, to move it down there with all our, VIP guests that we have on today.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, we text Mark earlier. We knew he was coming on, but Derek came on 5 minutes before the show started. I messaged him. So
Dave said he's going to push me to the win.
at Bristol.
You can just get the rest of your team to show up to the TNA Shop Talk.
Yeah,
Oh, we haven't
she has
had
an A
the...
in her name. I have a
I
K.
was gonna say Terry hasn't been on here in a few weeks.
We
it
haven't
seems
had
like.
the 4 of us, I think, in 3 months.
Yeah,
I can't remember
Aaron
the last
hasn't-
time.
Aaron hasn't finished a race in 3 months.
I know.
Too busy on here. Too many people. And
He has to
And when
read
it's
too
3
much.
people, he don't show up.
Aaron got mad one night and said we don't even talk about racing on it. Like, show about racing, you only fuck talk about racing.
Good thing he didn't show up for the open house episode.
Even
Well,
Terry
we're
got
talking-
quiet. He was like, I don't know how to handle you people.
If we're talking about Aaron, we're damn sure not talking about racing. We're talking about wrecking.
Aww.
Yeah. I mean, at least he put 15 laps in last night?
I think so.
He put 4 laps in the week before, so
Before
he's
he wrecked?
he's getting better.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, Aaron. I can even keep from wrecking other people or crashing into them. Aw. Yeah, I want to get some Bristol
K&A
practice
shop
in.
talk.
And I really hope that we keep a trend of how many people showed up to the 3 to 6 practice. That was really nice to see a lot of people in that practice.
You guys are lucky you got it, because there was talks I wasn't going to put it up, because fuck you guys, it's playoffs.
I said, no. I said, you're
Buy
putting
your own
it up.
fucking practice.
I said, I need to practice around other people and not just the fucking four of us.
We're all competitors now.
Because if it's the first practice was a private one at 12 to 3, it was all 4 of us. We're all practicing. I said, one of us isn't going to fucking show up because that's how we are. The second one's probably going to wreck out of the race or get pissed off and be 40, 50 laps
happens.
down. Depends on if it's me or Aaron or Terry.
Well, you don't wreck that much.
No, I don't, but sometimes
Yeah,
lately I've
maybe.
been getting wrecked. But I said I gotta keep it open for everybody because I need to be able to fucking practice with other people. And that definitely helped me out.
Uh-oh.
Aaron says when he went to bed, y'all weren't doing a show.
Yeah, they're blowing
Well,
us up.
bitch.
Yeah. Everybody's locked out. We didn't want any shenanigans,
There's
so we
an
locked
extra seat
everybody
over
out.
here by Derek.
We can unlock it. We can unlock it for him.
He
but...
won't get in. He usually gets out in like half hour.
Yeah.
What's up?
You actually locked the shop talk?
Yeah, well, because
You have to lock, because,
people
Cody
fucking-
Moore thinks he can just come in where the fuck he wants.
he thought he was coming in to view it and just jumped in and scrambled everything on the fucking screen.
I was gonna say I think he'll be kind of quiet the rest of the season the way it sounds.
Oh, yeah, he definitely will be, but, yeah, I gotta lock it for keep these animals out, because, they'll
Nothing
pop
to
in.
view, like Amanda and Gory ain't even on here anymore.
Well,
Can't even
sometimes.
watch anything live. I gotta look at it on delay, and it's
Aw.
retarded.
Yeah, I watch it on delay over here, but I can see you guys. Sometimes when we
Watching
have,
shit like 10 minutes later.
sometimes when we have 2 or 3 people, it messes everything up and it freezes it. So Discord's
See?
not
Look,
friendly.
Dalton was wondering where we were, because he's gonna come in and sabotage the show.
Yeah, see, we lock every. Why are you all on capitals? Like
He's
what's
yelling
going
at you,
on?
Amanda. You kicked him out.
Yes.
Salt.
Sam yelled at him for yelling too. Turn your fucking
quit
caps
yelling,
lock
Sultan.
off. Sultan.
Yeah, don't calm down. Calm.
Don't make us send your dad in there, Dalton.
Yeah, he says he's got his taser ready.
I think everybody in the Discord is salty. They're all salty. So about that, guys,
Yeah.
y'all need to chill the fuck out, because here's the thing: is like I don't get paid to do this, right? Nothing. I don't even get to race, so it's definitely not fun for me. Whenever you guys are all saying it's not fun, well, it's definitely not fun for me. So the more you guys keep doing this after every race, just bitching and complaining, it just starts to get really old, and you're gonna wear me out and make me not want to do it. So if you like what you have, then you guys all got to be a part of it. Try not to get so many, so much drama started after every race, and then Discord. I know you might not be trying to make drama, but it is, and it just, instead of being cordial and talking about something, it's a lot of shade being thrown and stuff, and it just gets old. I mean, Amanda even will say it. It's just a bunch of cunty little assholes.
Cunty
No.
little bitches.
No,
It gets
cunty ass
old.
bitches.
Cunty ass bitches.
Yeah, cunty ass bitches.
I've never seen so many grown crybaby men, one woman, in my life. It's just unreal, the amount of, like, I guess I know what white privilege looks like now, because that's what it seems like. It's like everybody's got this privilege, and it's me.
If I could throw my 2 cents in on there too, if you got something to say to or about somebody, then just fucking message them directly. Whether it's being cordial or you want to argue with them for a bit. Brian was very cordial last night. We jumped out. We hopped on to watch the broadcast on Corey's TV. And I had a message
My
from
TV.
Brian. Well, it's on your side. My side's over here, my monitors. So I was like, oh, like, that's awesome. Brian messaged. I hope he knew I wasn't mad at him, but I was like, that's cool that he messaged. So, we messaged and everything. Everything was fine. I've gotten that from other people. We've chatted back and forth afterwards. Whether it's cordial or you want to argue or bitch or complain, then do it directly with them. Every once in a while it's going to happen on Discord, but, even and I've joked around about it before, there wasn't this amount of nonsense in the fucking Ladies of iRacing. That was the name of
close.
the league.
Wasn't even close.
It was close.
There
You
was,
read me
like-
some of the messages, but
There
it
was
kind of looks like I'm reading Blaze of Pedals Discord, too.
25 women, and it was being run by 3 women, and it wasn't nearly as constant. It happened every now
Maybe
and
we
then.
should kick out the good drivers, too, so some of us
Well,
other guys have a
that's
chance.
why the league was shut down, because there was a group vote that they wanted to kick out like 4 girls that could finish a race and not cause cautions, and then they wanted to kick out the people that had husbands, wives, or girlfriends teaching them how to race. And it's like, well, that's the whole fucking point of the league, was for girls to learn how to race so they can get into other leagues and expand their skill level. But the whole point of it being, like, there wasn't even that much drama in there with a group of fucking chicken heads.
Fuck them
That's the best
bitches.
way to put it. It was a bunch of little bitches that were constantly bickering, but at the same time, they were nice about it. You say it, get it over with, move on. And say it directly. If you really want to say something to somebody, just say it directly. Have it out, be done with it, and move on. Don't make everybody else fucking read it non-stop all the time. And people try to chime in and make jokes and calm everybody down, but then some
Oh,
dickhead,
fuck it, Mike Hamlin
some
had me dying
dickhead
with
chimes
that
in
fucking
like 20
meme.
minutes later and restarts the whole thing. Once it's simmered down,
I just
let
couldn't
it
stop
go.
looking at it. I literally stared at the thing for like 10 minutes. I'm like, why am I still looking at this buddy blinking?
I can tell you guys, like, I've been around iRacing nearly 10 years now. It'll be 10 years in like May or something, March, something like that. But I've seen a lot of leagues come and go, a lot of really good leagues that you would think, man, this is the best thing ever, just get demolished. And that's the one thing that demolishes them most than anything, drama. And you've got a bunch of people with drama. Everybody wants to have input. Everybody wants to, not talk about issues, but they want to press, and just bitch until they get their way. And then somebody else sees that, and then they bitch till they get their way. And then it ends up being just a bunch of bitching. And the leaders, the owners and stuff go, you know what, it's not worth it. I could just go race somewhere on my, and I don't have to deal with it. I could just go race and not have to listen to this shit. So I've seen it too many times, man. Really, really good leagues get destroyed by just the infighting and bitching.
I tell you what, Mark, I will say, I still look forward to Sunday nights all the time. Sunday practice and everything, pretty much the entire day, which is funny because I fought it for so long. But even when I don't want to race a track, I'm still excited because I enjoy almost everybody in the entire league. And even if there is a snotty comment here and there, I still chuckle at it because they are humorous when it just is quick and a quick band-aid and done. The constant excessive repetition of like the same shit from all different people. Like you'll get 10 people over the course of 4 races where it's like, all right guys, how many times are we gonna beat this dead horse? So if somebody hits you, the odds are they didn't fucking ram you on purpose 99% of the time. Like it happens.
The one thing I saw...
What ends up happening is you get like those people that complain don't ever leave, and they'll stick around and keep complaining because some people live to be in that turmoil, and they'll just keep complaining, and then the people that aren't complaining are the ones that end up leaving, and then you're left with everybody that complains, and then those people end up saying, well, there ain't nobody to race, and then they leave too. So I'm just saying, if you like racing and you like the league and you enjoy the league, you should help build that league up, and try to offer advice. Shit happens. This is racing. We're racing inches apart with netcode and internet fiascos and blinking and all kind of stuff like that. Shit ain't gonna go your way every race.
And
Not
again,
gonna go your way.
and,
take it up
one
directly
thing-
with the other driver. Then don't make everybody sit there and
Right.
deal
And
with
do it
watching
cordially.
it.
Don't go in there and go, fuck you, you dirty.
Yeah.
You know, maybe go in there and go, hey man, what happened there? And he can say, dude, I didn't mean to do that. And guys, like, if you can key up on the radio to bitch, then you can definitely key up on the radio to apologize.
And watch
even
the
if you don't think
replay
it might have
before
been
it.
your fault.
Watch the
Right.
replay before you have comments. And Sam, you're
Oh,
in
I'm-
chat. I'm gonna say it. Like, love you to death. Sam's one of my favorites. But like, we watched his stream. He bitched Corey out the other week pretty bad. Then he jumped in immediately afterwards. Talked to Corey in TeamSpeak. He watched it. He's the one who caused it. Don't just
Right.
chime in because maybe you were the one who caused it and didn't even realize it. Maybe you switched lanes or whatever it was. Look at it ahead of time. Maybe ask a couple other people to look at it before you look like a dickhead and make everybody else, just deal with all of your nonsense. Like, most of it, just move on.
I was gonna say I'm guilty of that too, because there was one time earlier in the season where I thought someone had gotten into me, and I kind of came over the radio, and well, 10 seconds later, Mark told me on the radio, I don't think that was his fault, and yeah, I felt kind of short there, and I think I've been kind of quiet now on the radio. For a while, so.
One thing I do want to bring up that I noticed from the broadcast last night, I really didn't notice too much of it racing, just how great of a community this actually really is. I mean, Brian Dees bought that race for memorial race for his brother, and I didn't realize how many cars actually had that graphic on it that Michael Falk did, but I mean, I couldn't see them obviously because most of them were on the hood, but yeah, there's a lot of cars, and it's just great. We do have a great community here, how people come together for stuff like that, and
it sucks that there's a little bit of a divide where some people want to sit in their own Discord, and I get that, and some people don't want to come in and hang out. I get that too, but I mean, if we only see you on Sundays and then nobody ever talks, and you can't get in there and have a good time, and you're just, stuck to your team or stuck to whoever, it's not just one team, it's all the teams,
Like,
right?
you,
So
yeah.
each person sits in their own channel and team speak, and nobody ever talks. But if you could, during practice, instead of wrecking and bitching and complaining and goofing off, talk to people and become friends with them, and the racing just gets so much better.
There's
Going
other
back to the
reasons
accidents.
for Discord, though. Not to cut you off real quick, I just don't want to forget. There's other reasons for Discord. It's not just to bitch about after a race. We were watching the race the other day, and we were watching Reddick go up front. He restarted up front, and he just started fucking smacking into everybody, and it was just melee. Just complete mayhem. And I looked at Corey, I'm like, I want to put in Discord so bad. Looks like my number 8 up there when I accidentally restart in the front. Like, because I wanted to see if other people would laugh and, like, give somebody something enjoyable to giggle at, because it really did. It looked like when I accidentally restart up front and I fucking fuck everybody's race up and everything, and then 25 people pass me and I'm a lap down immediately. He started cracking up, and I'm like, I wonder if that'll make other people in Discord laugh. Like, Discord, it's for stuff like that too. Don't just bring negativity to it. Bring the funniness, the silliness. Like, I tell him all the time, oh my god, this driver's so funny. I never realized it. That driver's so funny. I told him, like, I can't
Well, look how
believe
many
Derek's
times
laugh is
we've-
so good.
we've
Like,
sat in the
use it for other things.
pit stall streaming Thunder Road drinking with
Oh,
everybody.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Like, there's
gonna
so
say,
many reasons for
Usually
Discord.
there's- Somebody's usually streaming the Xfinity race or
Mhm.
Cup race, or
Hey,
hell,
Mark,
I'll stream MMA fights when they come on. So we're always in there doing something.
hey, Mark, did you catch Kyle Wellman's comment a few comments
but
ago?
He likes to wreck people all the way around.
I like how
the
he
track.
said he yells
No,
at
he
people
didn't say
already
that,
near
no.
him.
Oh, yeah.
Said he liked to bitch at everybody to my team. Drivers that were never near me. Is that what you're talking about? Fucking, I'm taking that pretty wide. Ah, he turned me.
Oh god. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the policy I adopted, I used to be that way. Believe me, when I first started iRacing, I thought my shit didn't stink. I thought everybody sucked but me, and if I got wrecked, it must have been someone else's fault. I had that same attitude, and I was miserable. Like, when I'd race, I'd get off of here just pissed off, and pissed off at the world, and I was like, why am I even racing? I quit iRacing for 2 years, and a friend of mine begged me to come back. I came back, and I've been back for what, 3 years now, 4 years maybe, something like that. And I just took a different approach. You know, I took it as it's a game. In the end, it's a game. Call it a sim, game, whatever you want. But I mean, in the end, it is a game that we play to have fun. And why are you gonna be pissed off all the time? So I just adopted a policy. If I was in a wreck, even if other guy shithoused me, I'd just go, hey man, I don't know if that was my fault or what. I'm sorry if it was my fault, but you know, felt like you came down on me there. But that'd go a long way, just apologizing. And that, usually when you say that, the guy goes, hey man, no problem, we're just racing hard, you know. And it's a whole different, like, it's a whole different outcome to that situation if you can just kind of apologize a little bit, saying you didn't mean to do it if it was your fault, but if, you know, if it was his fault, then he might apologize. And just a simple apology, man, can just wash that over and nobody even cares. But then if you don't apologize, I think what happened with Aaron and McAvoy, you know, and it's like no apologies given, and then it's just, you know, you let that fester and you go in and bump, and you keep trying to screw with each other, and it could end up in a caution, it could end up taking out 10 other people because it's just nobody said, hey man, sorry about that. That's all it takes. Just, hey, sorry man. You know, but nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to take blame.
Dave sees other people have different likes.
I like the, I don't know if it's just that I'm humbled because of it, but I came in as a brand new driver and pretty shitty. Very little experience whatsoever. Rushed my way through the licenses or classes or whatever they're called. I know.
Yeah, you didn't even drive the trucks.
I know
Trucks
half
are
of the
best
shit that I
fucking
should
one.
know to be in a
Except the
league of
damage
this
model.
caliber, but I came in very humbled. And it sounds stupid, and people would be disgusted with themselves probably, but I get fucking tickled pink when I get an 18th last night, and I'm like, oh, I was only 2 laps down. Because I look at it as, I would have been 20 laps down the last short track that we had, probably 15 laps down, just god awful. I was only 2 laps down, finished in 18th. Be happy with where you finish. It is what it is. Talk to the people that you're having issues with. It's not a fucking official race. Like, those are the races where you're like, fuck that guy, and you wreck them, and then you just get out of it, or you know you're never going to see him again. Why do you want to cause a problem?
Honestly, you haven't been protested before.
I haven't been protested because I also don't drive like a dick. Like, don't drive like a dick. Don't drive out of your realm if you know you can't control your car. If you know that your tires are 100 laps old, be in that realm of what your car can handle and what you can handle. Yes, push to get whatever you can, but also don't drive like a dick because you don't want other people to drive like dicks around you. Because if you're going to key up and bitch somebody else out, eventually you're going to get called out for doing the same shit the next race. And it's usually a rotation of the same, I'd say it's not 4 or 5, it's the same 12 to 13 drivers every few races. Because again, not that I'm an outsider, I know everybody says I'm in the league, but I'm watching this going, okay, I watched a lot of the races last year, I'm watching obviously the races this year because I'm in them. It's a lot of the same drivers bitching this year that were bitching last year too. So it's not just new people, it's kind of repeats from last year.
Yeah, 44 bitches a lot.
Talking to, I think it was Jason I was talking to today in Discord. I was telling him the same thing. It's, you know, it's like you hear a lot of people bitching. So, you know, I talked to Hamlin about that earlier in the season, you know, and it's like, I told him the same thing. It's like, well, if you're going to complain about everybody else, you better be perfect, because that moment you make a mistake and take people out, then you better be ready to have the hammer dropped on you, right? If you're going to complain all the time. And he's gotten better. You know, and, you know, Brad had a rough night last night. He was talking about people cutting him off, but Brad basically wrecked 2 people last night, right? One was called on him, the other one wasn't wrecked. And that was Brian. And so, you know, I was talking to Jason today, and I was like, man, you know, you do all that complaining, and then it's like, if you were Jamie or Matt, that rarely calls the caution, I could see you complaining if you got taken out. But if you're somebody that's causing cautions, or you're someone that's caused a couple incidents in a race or something like how can you complain at that point, right? So like, you better get your shit totally together before you really start pointing fingers and everything like that. So it's like, some people will just spend so much time worried about every other driver instead of worried about themselves and getting themselves together and getting their racing on point. They're just so worried about what everybody else has done. Like, oh, he bumped me. Oh, this guy pinched me. Oh, this guy didn't give me any room. He didn't let me pass, or he cut my nose off. It's like, get around them, guys. It's a fucking race. It's not a, you know, it's I racing, not I friendship. You know, we're supposed to be out here racing, be friends too, but it's competition. You know, and it's like no one should let you over. You find a way around them. And if they let you over, that's fine. I mean, that's a cordial thing to do. Somebody's faster than you, but they don't mind.
At the same time, being in the position and I am skill level, not saying that people should do what I do because I'm at the bottom of the barrel in talent amongst all of you guys, but when you're near somebody on the track, in my opinion, that you're not comfortable being near, sometimes it's worth just fucking letting them go by because you know you're gonna get around them. So when you're near somebody that you're like, oh my god, I always have a problem near this one, or this one's been getting loose the last 20 laps, stop fighting them then. You know they're gonna get loose. You know they're either gonna wreck out or have a problem or something, or they're gonna cause a problem because it just seems to be your magnet. That's, you know, the most common one. Just sometimes let them go because you know something's going to happen. Just let them go. Don't race them harder because the odds are that's how the wreck's going to happen.
Everybody that races around Derek Paulson.
Derek's like, what?
Nobody's comfortable.
It's not like these are like 50, 60 lap sprint races, right? They're 200 laps, 300 laps. I think Bristol 300 laps.
Oh, fuck.
So, I mean, it's like, right? I mean, you got a long time to get there.
And get in the practice.
To catch you back up.
Get in the practice. The 3 to 6 was spectacular yesterday because I watched other people. I guarantee people get out and go, oh, she hasn't been on this track. Let me see. I think Derek, he even said right before this, he's like, I rode around you for a few laps, just, you know, kind of a little close, you know, joking around about making me nervous, but also seeing how I would react. Watch the other drivers. Get in the 3 to 6. Get in the 6 to 6:30 to 7. Like, get in and watch the other drivers then and learn other people. You know most people's racing styles. Get in on that track. Commit a few minutes to the 3 to 6 practice. It's up there. People have no excuse. Even fucking Ty got in the 3 to 6 practice.
Speaking of that,
I couldn't believe that. Yeah, I think we had the most people in the 3 to 6
Deep Throats and Chad himself.
I know. Shut up, Ty Samra. But get in the practice then. And look, like, we have the same, and that's what I said to Corey yesterday when he joked around about not putting up the 3 to 6. We have the same core group of guys every week. We've got, usually Derek tries to get in. We've got Hamlin. We've got Seats. Both Rutherfords are always in there. We got a few others sprinkled in. Get in the practice. If you're worried about a race, or especially if you're in the playoffs and you want to get in, don't just practice the track, watch the other people. Because if you're only focusing on your own driving skills, then that's on you. Watch how everybody else is racing. It's on you if you don't.
Dave needs to get fired up to chat again.
Aww. What's going on over here?
At least I learned how to count to 5 this week on making the tournament for the golf. Which, congrats on your win, Derek. I didn't think you were going to beat him.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't let him win again.
No, that game is very frustrating. We tried to configure my controller.
But we didn't know that we had to calibrate our controllers.
Yeah, I'm fucking shaking it to the right, shaking it to the left. I was just getting pissed off.
We kept fucking shaking everything. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, we just practiced and it was perfect.
I don't know if you saw how fast I played the 4th round, but I was just like skipping through every hole. I'm like, this game's dumb. Golf is stupid. What do we got going on here?
Kyle
Positive
Wallman,
vibes.
surprised 2 cars are on the lead lap. Ooh, should we start a
Boy,
little
they're
pool?
talking negative about Bristol already.
I know. That's what makes me nervous.
Oh, hello, Aaron Backover. Who is that?
What?
I don't know. There's this Aaron Backover guy with a monkey as his profile picture.
That's not a monkey. That's his actual picture. He's in the bathroom right after the shower.
That's his selfie.
Yeah. It's after he had a blowout.
He finally figured out how to get into the comments
Yeah.
under his own profile.
Yeah, he usually comes in as TNA.
Now we can just figure out how to get in Disney.
He probably left the TNA Facebook. He unfollowed it.
Yeah, that's how he got it to happen.
Aw. Oh my gosh. But again, recapping on what we said before, I still look forward to Sundays. Even if I
hope
know I'm not
everybody
going to do great. I even said to Corey last night, we were sitting there, it was like 6:28. You know, our rigs are side by side, like 2 feet apart. I look over, I pull my headset back. He looks at me, he's like, what? And I go, I can't fucking believe there's like 30, 35 people spread out all over the country sitting here to join in on this together. Oh, like, and we've only met one person, Dalton. We've only met one person. But I talk to most of these people in here more than I talk to people in real life. Because I don't enjoy people in general. I think the general public is annoying and stupid. I ignore most people and don't even look at them when I'm in, like, the grocery store. But I said, I look forward to talking to people in this league. And I hope people continue to look forward to racing and having fun and hash whatever shit's going on out.
Yeah, I was gonna chime in and make fun of Dalton. I was gonna
ahead.
say I can't believe you two are still in the league after meeting Dalton.
I know. Aw.
We're out of here.
He is literally one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. I'm like, Dalton, I just bought a 30-pack. Figure out how to cram it in your cooler and carry it for me. He's like, okay. You're so nice.
Well, and what's kind of cool too about the league too is you've got like all age groups coming together too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's Fred, like 75, 76?
I think he said 76 when I first
And it was
joined the
nice to
league.
see him back on track
Yeah, it
yesterday.
was.
Yep. Oh, I get excited every time. Like, Fred's here. I always key up in our team speak and say it. And, I like that you see brothers. And what are the McAvoys? Uncle and nephew? Is that what it is? Or are they cousins?
I think they're.
I think it's uncle and nephew.
That's
Yeah, I was
what
gonna
I
say.
think I was told
I think-
before. I like seeing family members and friends and different people like that, and just enjoy it. Again, if you gotta argue with somebody, argue with them. Just get it done with and move on. So, I've been mad at people in the league, and we didn't really have to hash it out. You just get the fuck over
Nobody
it and move
gets
on.
mad at you.
Nobody
That's
gets
why I said,
mad at
I'm like,
me, but
think
I got
was
mad
it
at somebody once.
last night after we got done, or before we
Like, I
raced or
go,
something.
"Oopsie-daisy."
I'm like, yeah, you could just hit everybody in the track and take them on. Just go, oops, I'm sorry, and they'll be like, well, you can't get mad at her. You can just fucking use everybody's bumper to turn and wreck the whole field. Nobody would say fucking shit to you.
Aw. No, I hope everybody kind of moves on, and if they don't, we figure it out one by one, and that's the other thing, not getting sidetracked on it, but there are a good group of admins, and, we try
I was
to
gonna say,
cover everything that we can.
Back to the penalties. Last year I had a pretty good race at Bristol going. I led a lot of laps early on, and I actually made a pit road mistake, which I can't remember. I had to do a pass-through penalty, and then I ended up getting in a wreck. But yeah, I was upset because I didn't interpret the rule correctly. But rules are rules, and I just had to, take the penalty and, just go on and race next week, I guess.
And everybody's gotten penalties like that, right? So the old owner got removed from the league for one of the penalties, right? So it's not this biased thing that, not to toot my own horn, but I think I'm very unbiased. I think I try to be as fair to everybody as possible. I try to give everybody the same chances. I go to anybody that quits, right? No matter how much of a problem you are. Jeff Fisher, right? He admitted to being kind of a problem at the beginning of the season. He wanted to quit. I waited a week, so I generally give everybody. I went to him personally and said, hey, are you sure? Is this what you want to do? I gave him the same opportunity that I would give Corey if he wanted to quit, or Derek if he wanted to quit. I gave it to Marquise when he wanted to quit a couple times, and so I give everybody that opportunity no matter who you are. And then I talked about it in the shop talk that I was on before, is because I don't want to burn those bridges, because I know that Jeff Fisher and Miller both quit, and then it was like they kept watching Gruenberg, and the racing got better, as it always does, because we grow respect for each other, we learn each other, the racing gets better. They see that racing, and they start going, man, that looks like fun now. I wish I wouldn't have quit. And then they want to come back, and I let them come back. You know, it's nothing against them or anything. I never have a hard feeling against anybody. I'm not going to let, again, this game make me have animosity towards somebody or feel any sort of way toward anybody. I'm just not going to do that. So if people feel like it's a bias toward them, it's not. It's not. I would do the same thing if Aaron broke the rule, if Sam broke the rule, if Terry broke, it doesn't matter. Anybody that breaks the rule, I'm gonna give you the same penalty.
Well, that's the thing too. It's not just you. Like, how can you be biased against something when you're taking nipples? When you're taking a vote, there is a group of people voting on anything that's controversial. So it's not just Mark going, this is my decision. There are times where he has to make his own decision, but there is a group of people looking at replay after replay after replay. It's not one person making it. And it's majority rules, whether somebody votes the other way or pro, against, whatever it might be. There's a group of people.
Ooh,
So
Emerald Dragon tie?
I don't know, he's reading something else, but I wanted to put that out there. Don't always think it's just Mark, and everybody knows there is a group of admins, and it's a vote. So that's how it falls.
I'll address something that Gruenberg just put in Discord there, that he was capable of reaching pit road, he just passed it. Why didn't you just stop and tow then at that point? It's pretty...
Yeah, why didn't he hit pit road? You know, if you'd have pushed him down pit road, it'd have been fine, but he has to keep pit road speed.
Push him to where he can go into pit road.
You know, the NASCAR rule says you can't push your car the end of the race except to help them to the pit, you know, but he didn't do that, because what they were doing was they were trying to get him to finish the race so no one else would pass him and he would lose spots, regardless of where he's at in the chase. Regardless of what was going on, they wanted a good finish, so we tried to help him. You can make any excuse in the world, that's what you were doing. You were attempting to push him to the finish. Whether iRacing scores you differently or not, that's what you were doing. You know, that's breaking the rule. So just like what Jason said, you know, if you attempted to do something else cheating and it didn't work, it's still cheating. You know, just because it didn't work, if any of you have wives, go try to get some ass off of some other woman and go, well, honey, she didn't give it to me. Let's see what she thinks that's cheating or not. She might be sleeping outside, or, we can get divorced.
I would burn this fucking house down.
For you, Rick, every 2 incident points you get on Sunday will be a pass-through penalty. Everything after that is a black 40-second hold for you. Every 2 incident points.
And, again, we've kind of beat this with the, a dead... Quit beating the dead horse, but, Gruenberg only loses 4 spots, and pretty sure he's going to be there at the end.
He's still in the points.
Yeah, I know. So, it
was
really
a 5-point difference. Wasn't Jamie 19 behind him? Now he's 14.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I know it's a principle thing at this point, and you just want to be right. But the point is, you broke the rule. Plain and simple.
You know he's gonna come in a blaze of glory and win fucking next week.
Probably.
And, zero
problem,
incidents.
But it doesn't matter. if Rick Thompson would have won
next
that race, if Rick Thompson would have won that race, or Josh Klinger that's at the bottom right now, he would be getting the same penalty.
What are we talking about, though? Dave Seats is going to push me to the win next week, so it's all null and void at this point.
Push you to the win.
Nobody should be pushing you at Bristol.
He said he's going to push me to the win. Yeah.
What are you going to be, sideways?
That's what he said in the comments earlier, so I don't care if I'm sideways.
It was a joke, man, because you haven't raced Bristol. Yeah. So he's going to push you to your mangled car to pit road.
But people know, we're not 4 years old. We're not a bunch of children, even though we act like it sometimes. It's just, if you're breaking the rule or not. It was a brain fart, and it's nothing against Gruberg. He just didn't know because he probably races many other leagues, and I do the same thing. When I race different leagues, I get confused on the rules, even just like a restart rule. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, do we go on green here, or is it on the leader? What do we do? Because it's so many different leagues, and you get all the rules mixed up, but that's not the league's fault. You know, that's my fault when I don't know the restart rule, and that's their fault for not knowing that no pushing rule, even though that's been in NASCAR for more than 20 years. You can't push on the last lap. So, I mean, it's just, it doesn't come up very often, so people don't memorize that rule.
Yeah, well, even like when you watch the broadcast, Terry said that right at the end. It was like, oh, he can't do that. That's not good when he pushed him across the line. Then when you threw it up in the admin chat, I didn't see it happen. And then you're like, oh, there's pushing, and I didn't realize what you're talking about. Then when you explained that, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a rule. I'm like, you can't do that.
Right.
Again,
Right.
I thought it was pretty good that old Terry, he even knew that was against the rules.
I know, right? The one fucking rule he knows. How does he know that rule?
Apparently, he didn't know there was shop talk at 7 or 8 Eastern.
He doesn't
tonight.
realize they're on Mondays, but he knows the fucking rule that you can't push somebody.
Jared doesn't even know what car number he is.
He just puts in random numbers.
Yeah. Next week he'll be like 4011.
Like, Terry, what are you doing? Oh, this isn't dirt?
I don't know. In the end, it gets down to where it's just a bunch of people going, but what about, but what about, but what about, you know, and it's adolescent, you know, and I mean, we are grown men and women, and we know the rules, and we know that if we break the rule, well, there's consequences. I hate doing it. I really hate doing that. I really, even when I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, man, really? And then I said, you can ask Jason. I said, nobody says nothing, just letting that go, because I don't want that headache. And it got protested, you know, so when somebody protests it, we have to look at it, and no matter what it is. And just so you all know, if there's a wreck that happens on the last lap or something, or at any time during the race, actually, I know some people get to the last lap and think, well, I can just yeet it down in the corners and get my positions. But if someone protests that, you can still be given an EOL for that. I don't know how we have it written in the rules. It could be the next race. I don't know exactly how it's written, but it can be protested. But you better be sure if you protest it, because also in the rules says if you protest something, it can go against you. So if we all look at it and we see it's your fault, you get the penalty. So, you know, but that was protested at the end of the race, and I said, well, okay, guys, we got to get back together and look at this. Even though they don't like doing it, especially Terry, his beauty sleep is important to him. But we all got together, and what did we spend an hour or two last night going over that? So that's why I didn't get the points out, because I was picking with that all night.
Yeah, and I think the only time you should really push anybody to finish or whatever is if, like, the top three, one of them runs out of gas, push them to the line so they can do their interviews. That should be the only time you push anybody.
Well, somebody said that earlier. So Hackathorn said, well, what about when I push Jamie back to the line? Everybody had finished the damn race. That's not like pushing Jamie to the
he already finished the race.
Right.
Everybody did.
Trying to come back around, and you're just trying to push him up there. That's a whole different thing than trying to push somebody to the finish. You know, we know the difference, right? Again.
Yeah, there's little flags. I don't know if you guys know. There's little flags. One of them turns white, and the next one has checkers on it. When you see the checkers, your race is over.
I mean, we all can read, and just trying to find a loophole and trying to be right, that doesn't help anything. You know, just if you break a rule, eat it. Go, man, yep, I did it. I did that. That is a rule. I broke the rule. You know, so be it. Like what James Miller has been saying. You know, it's just like, yep, that's a rule. Rules are rules. And that's the truth, you know. And I said before the race, no more warning. So
yeah, we give way too many
warnings.
warnings. Way
yeah, well,
too
we're
many
in the playoffs
warnings
now too, and I'm not gonna. If you break a rule, I'm not gonna. Well, okay, say you push Fisher to the line, and he finishes. Let's say he would have finished where he finished, 4th or 5th or whatever.
7th or 6th.
and it cost Derek a spot because Derek probably would have passed him had he not. been
Yeah, if it was a
close.
cutoff
He would have
race.
stopped on the track. So let's say Derek finishes in front of him or something like that, and that's 1 point, and Derek misses the next thing by 1 point. Well, Derek's gonna be pissed about that.
Oh, Derek's gonna be
because
really
that
mad.
shouldn't have happened. So you might think, well, I'm not even in the playoffs, but if you're costing someone else their spot, you could be affecting that. So
Yeah.
we just don't let that happen. I mean,
Derek
it's
will
a
find
rule.
you.
Read the rules and follow
Well,
them.
I was gonna say, we're almost to the end of this season, and then where's Ian at? I'm still giving him a bad time.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Ian,
What about Ian?
frickin' trying to pit in front of me in the championship race last year.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
either.
remember? I
Tell
was
us the
gonna
story,
win the
Derek.
championship last year.
You were? You were just waiting for Backover to take Dalton out.
Yeah, and you didn't do it either.
No. So what happened at the end? I don't know if I ever heard that story.
You don't remember? I was leading with like 15 to go or something, and Ian was gonna pit, and his tires were so wore. When he went in the pit, he was going at a too high rate of speed, and he slid up high on the track, and I rear-ended him while I was leading.
Oh, I do remember that.
Jeez.
Yeah. Ian was blocking you.
Yeah, which cost me. I mean, my car was totaled then, so I ended up getting second to Dalton. But
Let me ask though, did you go on for 2 days about it in Discord? No. You
No,
let it
he
go.
drove to North Carolina.
He went and beat the shit out of him.
I just give Ian shit for me, and every now and again.
Yeah, he bought
Yeah.
a vacuum for TRJ karting, and then he went back home.
Yep. That's the whole thing of it. Don't, we've used the phrase multiple times tonight. Don't beat a dead horse. When a decision's been made, and then it's been questioned again, and it's been made, just fucking move on. Just stop. Like, keep it fun. It's a simulator, it's a game, whatever you want to call it. It's something to look forward to and something to keep getting better at. I couldn't even fathom being as good as Gruenberg and Jamie, and yeah, they've raced in real life. They've got that natural talent. If I could be half as good as them, I'd be tickled pink. I wouldn't complain about a goddamn thing. I mean, I look and I'm like, do these guys even have to practice? Like, they don't even have to practice. They're like, oh, it's only Bristol. I'll get in at 6:30. Like, fuck. Like, you know,
Yeah,
so
give me a couple laps. I'll put down fast time.
if you're upset that other people are wrecking you or you're spinning out, it was self-caused, or other people, practice more. Practice with them. Talk to them. Talk to other people. Don't carry it out all day long, because either, one, you're pissing everybody off, and we're probably making fun of you, or B, we're just ignoring you. One or the other. It's just...
Why you keep pointing at me?
I'm doing the counting.
Huh?
Make your voice heard, say it, and be done with it. So, I don't know. I don't know how many times it can be said, but the constant arguing and everything doesn't get any place. That being said, I almost keyed up last night in, I think, middle of the stage 2, and congratulated everybody on how good everybody was doing in race chatter.
That's
Like,
when it
we
fell
didn't
apart.
hear, I know, then it went kind of downhill for a little bit, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it was the week prior. There was some funny comments, some little chit chatter here and there, but it wasn't that bad. But then we had to follow it up with a keyboard. And again, don't hide behind a keyboard.
Oh, wow.
Oh
You
my
see that?
God,
Yeah.
Dave. See, do stuff like this. Make jokes about it. See? Jokes will go a long way.
Oh, I'd rather you make me fucking
Yes.
die laughing. Like, I love these little comments.
Oh
He
my
gets me
God.
every fucking time. Good job, buddy. That's what Discord should be
Yeah.
like.
Exactly. I
Tim
mean,
comes in and tells Ian he had a twin brother.
oh my
Got him on the
God.
wall.
Jesus. It's supposed to be enjoyable. We're all supposed to be having fun. Everybody gets mad here and there. Move on. go to sleep, wake up, have
Yeah,
a cup
you think
of coffee,
we would
and
do
move
this
on.
show if we had a shitty fucking league
Yeah.
we were in?
Exactly. Be like, fuck those guys. I don't want to talk to them after
These
the
guys are all
race.
fucking dickheads. Drama queens. Why am I doing this?
I literally ask them every week, ooh, who's on Shop Talk? Because I'm excited to get to know you guys.
Sam,
and
I
talk
deleted the
and-
thing right before the start for some reason. I don't know why I did it.
Yeah, Sam wants to hear his
Oh,
audio clip
Yeah, Sam
really
wants to hear his
bad.
audio clip because he's famous when
So
he's
did,
talking
did
shit
Sam
about me.
say that he said that in his
His
stream, or did
yeah.
he say that over comms?
His stream when he was yelling about
yeah.
Corey wrecking him, he's like racing
My
etiquette.
racing etiquette.
My ass.
See, I watched that live because I watched the race that night when I was on vacation, and right away I'm like, what the hell? Sam went up right into him.
Yeah, Sam.
But that's again.
Well, he's
watch
also
the
a rookie,
replay.
Derek. He doesn't really race around
Yeah.
people too much.
That's
Fucking racing etiquette, my ass.
There it is. But that's the thing. Watch the replays, talk to other people, go in and look at it, and you know, just like I've asked them questions before. They're like, "Oh, you definitely were the one that was about to cause that one." You know, they'll call me out. Your teammates should call you out, and vice
You
versa.
did say sorry, Sam. You were a man and you stood up for taking me out. It was okay. Good thing it wasn't the playoffs.
And I tell you what, in my opinion, at least for me, if I get loose and scare the shit out of somebody or tap somebody, I make damn sure, like I got into Dave's seats or he got into me, I still haven't quite
Let's take
figured it
Dave's
out.
seats out.
It happened a while ago. I make damn sure, and now I just know his driving style. He's learned mine and everything, that we don't have, knock on wood, any problems
Then
around
you
each
just run
other.
into him.
No!
Get away from you as fast as
But
possible.
for like 2 races, I made damn sure I didn't like get swirly near him or anything. It's like maybe people will
Or
try
when
a little
you
harder.
clip the apron and you come up, I'm coming up! and
That
you
was
fucking
you.
came
That
up.
was you. Corey was behind me. I'm like, oh, clip the apron, coming back up.
Yeah. I know she's coming up half the track.
Well, you should have let off the gas when I said I'm coming back up. You just kept fucking flooring it, knowing I was
Sorry, I
coming
was
back
so
up.
fast.
You know when I clip that apron, I'm just gonna fly right back up
Yeah.
there. So Dave
out.
had enough clearance over here.
Yeah,
He
you
didn't.
tried to move out of your way, and then I clipped you into him. He was trying to get away from you, too.
So technically, Dave, that was on Corey.
That's the best. Hit her into him, and then it's her fault.
Yeah. What the fuck? She came up on me, Dave. What do you want?
That's what you get for being in the back of the pack with me. So,
Yeah, because I probably got tires and you didn't.
I do hope everybody comes out for the 3 to 6 practice again, though. That was really good. We did a lot of pit parties in our private practice, and it helped us out. I think that's what kind of helped my racing amongst other people in the race.
We gotta start doing that in the 3 to 6.
We need to do a lot more of
Closer to
that
the
in the
end.
3 to 6, the pit parties, because most of our cautions, it seems like, come out right after a restart because
I think
everybody's
we should
done
just
it.
practice pit parties from 3 to 6 this
Yeah,
Sunday.
just pit parties. Yeah, you do.
At Bristol.
We could do.
Don't
10
worry
laps
about
at a
fuel.
time.
You don't
Yeah.
have to fucking worry about fuel. Let's practice racing
don't,
around
don't
each
worry
other.
about incident points.
Yeah.
You get penalized for wrecking
Don't
people.
worry about your fucking tire wear.
Yeah.
As I say, so I got a question for Mark.
Yes.
I see that cool seat that you got. Are those actual lap belts that you can wear?
Yeah. Yeah.
God, look at
strapped
that.
in, no?
Just fancy.
Oh, you gotta get the padded ones that they have for like.
What? I'm not gonna wear them bastards.
Why? I keep you in the seat. I fucking lean so much
Oh,
in my
I
seat.
needed
My
a
back is
5-point
killing me. By the
You know, I'm the best there is.
I needed a 5-point harness last night. I was all the way over in my seat the whole time.
Oh, my back's usually killing me by the end of the race. I'm leaning so far to the fucking left all the
See,
time.
When I'm in VR, I don't lean. But if I ever raced a monitor, I would lean on a monitor, but not VR.
Oh,
Really?
VR. It's so I even changed my setting in my car so I could see further up the track because I was leaned so far over. I had such a blind spot. Look at him taking a nap over there.
I race like this, like a cholo.
like a
Like
cholo.
Ty.
Hey,
in
I
his
was gonna say, you're
zebra
looking
chair.
like Ty now
Yeah.
racing.
You gotta turn
It's-
the lights off.
Is Ty's butt kicker underneath his little
Oh, you get-
mushroom
I don't know if he
chair?
got a
Like,
butt
how
kicker.
does,
It got
I
sent
don't-
out today. That's what I was wondering. Is he gonna like
how does he do
stick
that?
it up his ass? Or something?
He's gonna hook into that Papazon chair. It's gonna fucking just rattle apart during a race.
Like get around his
I was gonna
balls.
say, is he gonna turn it on while he's Eating hot dogs.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Derek needs a 5-point harness so he doesn't fall out
I
of
know.
his chair when he's laughing.
It's not a good show unless Derek falls out of his chair laughing.
I was like, this butt kicker's amazing when you sit directly on it naked. I'm hitting everything on track.
I put a brick on the gas pedal and turn the wheel right and just let her rip around the track.
Yeah. Somebody hit me. Somebody hit me.
It just goes through the grass, so it's just shaking the whole time. Aww.
Yeah, if he could do that, I'd be impressed because that thing's got a hell of a rumble on it. You can ask Sam, that thing rattles the floor. I'm like, oh shit.
That's why Amanda had so much sweat around her boobs from the rumble in your
subwoofer.
The subwoofer? You get Amanda one of them butt kickers, she fucking.
Oh, the sub. She's got a 12. She has a 12-inch subwoofer underneath her rig. That thing, I can't even watch.
Nothing like this butt kicker.
Oh yeah, it's worse.
Yeah, you get her that, you'll get divorced.
No, this subwoofer, you can go inside. We're in the garage. You can go inside the house and you can hear that shit down the road.
He turned it down after he set it up. I was racing.
Yeah, I
was
can
like,
hear
"Fuck
her.
you,
Hers is way louder than mine. I can hear hers while I'm racing.
It's definitely helpful between that and the upgrade on the VR. That definitely made me feel better when racing because it actually feels more realistic, feeling like the wheel and everything shake. The one thing I noticed, so when he built my rig, we were out here, we built it, and I didn't really know what I was doing. He's like, sitting there, see if this feels comfortable. I'm like, yeah, this feels good. Pedals right there. So I realized I'm like, my feet go to the right for the brake and the gas and clutch and everything, and my pedal's over here, so I'm like, fuck, I'm like, my whole body's like angled to the right.
You can just unscrew it and move it.
Yeah, well, you need to unscrew it and move it because I'm not good at that stuff, but I noticed that last night, and it was I focused on it so much of the race, so I never realized what was entailed in having the perfect setup.
Wait till we get you some V3 pedals that
I don't know
vibrate when the tires start spinning a little bit. And
yeah, but that's not that. You kind of lose that after a while. You kind of.
I don't really feel it too much.
Yeah.
But I do feel it sometimes, like when I'm spinning out, I'll feel it. But yeah, I don't feel it when I'm turning and all that. But yeah, it does bring a little bit crazier too. Now we gotta get the motion rigs, fucking shoot us all over the place.
Oh my god! If
then
we
I
had
don't have to
one of
lean.
those
Then I do have to strap myself in.
that move us around, that would be spectacular. I used to get annoyed when I'd see a big Amazon box come in, a bunch of wires, he'd start hooking it up. I'm like, really? Another thing for that stupid rig? Because I didn't really get it. I played like Tropico and dumb shit like that. So, and once I got into it, I'm like, kind of want something new, want something else. We're getting there. I don't know if I would want to switch my wheel, though. Like, I fought, kicked, and screamed when he's like, you're coming off the paddles, you're going to a shifter. And then I was like, I didn't want to do that.
It's just like everything else.
Well, once I did the shifter, I could never go back to using paddles. I love shifting gears. I drive an automatic. My Cherokee's an automatic, and I sit there, and I want to shift it now. And it's just like, I don't know, once you change and you love it, you could never go back, but I'm too scared to ever try to change the wheel.
Well, if you ever
'cause I'm
did
so
road, you'd have
comfortable.
to
Screw
shift.
those paddles. I hate those. I hate chasing them when I'm spinning or something. I hate chasing them around.
That's the only thing with road racing. I don't like it. When you're turning like this, you're trying to shift up here. And
I don't think I could do that. I was so petrified.
I guess I'm not the best road course racer if I'm doing that.
I was so worried to have to take my hand off the wheel, but I love it now. I love it.
Speaking of road courses, you should have got that clip where Amanda said, "Derek, you can have it low." Never mind.
I looked in the mirror,
the wall.
Never mind. But I saw you gaining every turn. I'm, Derek, you can take me on the right. Never mind.
Yeah, where'd Derek go?
Well, I saw it in the mirror. I was like, okay, I guess.
I thought you said if anybody wants to take my inside.
I think I said everybody take me on the inside or something. Everybody take me on the inside.
Whoa.
Another thing you shouldn't say on Shop Talk, just like Dalton's dad cream pie him.
I was gonna say, no wonder why Taylor started breathing heavily when you said
Did
that.
you ever show Amanda what an actual cream pie is?
I know what it is.
Nah.
Yeah.
She's like, it's when you take a pie to the face.
It's kind of like a fire truck or whatever they call it. Like,
What?
If you knew what it was, you
fire
wouldn't
truck.
use it so much. I can tell you that.
I know, she just uses it like it's everyday word.
No, it's a candy cane.
Yeah.
What?
It's just
Oh,
like a
Candy
candy
cane.
cane.
Well, there is a cream pie. There's a whole It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode about it. There's the cream pie, and then there's the cream pie in the face.
Oh, that's where you got it from.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah,
whole
So
controversy.
Yeah.
She knows what it is.
No, don't tell Dalton's dad to do that to him anymore.
Dalton's dad, give Dalton a candy cane.
The hell's the candy cane?
It's like a cream pie, and then
you
you
know,
punch them in the nose, and they bleed all over it. So, it's red and white.
Wait, what's the... Yeah, it's...
They're separate places.
I thought it was something else. Well, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when a
Be
guy
a hell of a
does
punch
it.
in the nose.
A guy does it in the face, and then you punch her in the nose, and she starts bleeding. So it's white, red, and white. It's a candy cane. Yeah, it's a candy cane.
Oh, you almost got him on the chair on that one. Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll be giving out candy canes on Shop Talk. Oh, I think I got him. Nope. Oh, he stayed up.
Last time his hands were in the air and he just like fainted like an 8-year-old black lady in church. He just like fainted
I think
forward.
Welcome,
my
John
head very
Perkins, to Shop Talk.
John, holy fuck.
It's what?
We're handing out candy canes left and right, John.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Dave Seats with the motion rig. I know somebody who has a motion rig, and it's not necessarily the wrecking; it's the rear ending. So if
Oh, it
Corey's
lifts
like
you right up?
driving slow, freaking rear end him right in the rear, that's where it really jolts you pretty good.
Yeah, when we were in Daytona, Dalton tried one. They had the
He waited
iRacing
in
thing
line
set
for
up.
a bit for that.
Yeah, and he said it's weird when you hit the brakes, it starts going forward, so you gotta like let off the brakes a little bit because your foot just keeps going forward when it's pushing you forward. Yeah, those be fun to try. I think it's only $3,000.
Are there places where you can like
Yeah.
test these things? Like, do they have?
Yeah, Daytona.
Well, other than going to Daytona and standing in the sun for 3 hours and getting burnt like a motherfucker like Dalton did, like, are there stores or anything that you can go like, like does Best Buy carry them?
No,
And go test them out?
no, there's no iRacing
I'm
place.
hungry, man. I ain't eating today.
Yeah, I see you're still wearing your work shirt.
You wear that while you race, it looks like a fire suit.
Oh, yeah. Get my Denny Hamlin car up, fired up.
Yeah.
Mofo just deep-throated a breadstick.
Oh man, are we back on the deep throat? I need to make a graphic for that. I can't wait for the next open house.
Half, and then I spit him in half.
Yeah, Mark on
Oh,
deep
God.
throwing breadsticks, Ty's deep throwing hot dogs, Derek's falling out of his fucking chair. Taylor's showing us the girls he's banging in college. trying to make Amanda jealous, bringing in other women.
Did it work?
No, it did not.
No, I was thinking like when Amanda was talking to Taylor.
Oh, that was-
that girl was gonna go, "Who this bitch is?"
Yeah, oh, that would have been even better. But your comment came at the perfect time there for Derek falling out of the chair.
Well, perfect timing because literally, like, it was a split second of silence. You said it, and we were all interrupting the shit out of each other all night long, but it was complete silence from beginning to end of the statement.
Did anybody
It
go
was
shopping
amazing.
for Ty yet?
Did anybody send him recipes other than Sam yet? Sam sent him a recipe, but I don't
Yeah,
think anyone
Sam
else-
actually followed through and sent him a fucking recipe.
Yeah.
I thought we were joking about that.
How the hell Sam sent a recipe? You even got a stove that works, some bitch.
It was like butterfly chicken or
George
something.
Foreman's are stoves.
Whatever.
Shop Talk Rewind.
Sounds
No,
like
it comes from-
I got a toaster oven, penis.
No, I talked to Terry. I think what we're going to do at the end of the season is we're going to have Chris and Rick on with us. But since they'll be probably our last hurrah with
I'm
them.
pissed on them. They're leaving us. They don't get to get on Shop Talk.
Yeah, maybe last episode. But, if we don't get guests, well, I'll just start doing a bunch of fucking open houses. Oh, shit. Spilled my drink all over. Yeah, those... That was funny. I can't believe how fucking long we went. And I was like, man, I got a busy ass day tomorrow at work too. I watched it. I watched Ty take chocolate moonshine shots, deep throwing hot dogs. Like a Mark called Cody or retarded Tony Stewart. He does too. That's what had me dying. I looked at him, I was like, holy shit! Where he just had that light on him, he's looking there all confused.
He looked like a
camera's
deer in
just
headlights. His eyes would be so big and his head was like tilted a little bit.
Oh, that was
See,
fucking hilarious.
You can't look at him and not see Tony Stewart anymore.
I can't unsee it now.
That
John-
was a good
okay,
I don't
so-
even know what time you got done, but that was a long one.
I
We
think
finished
midnight.
at like 12:34, I think. So I will admit, I don't know what this is, and Chris is trying to get Perkins to explain it. I don't know what pegging is. What's pegging?
If you don't know what dream buying is, I doubt you
I know what
pegging
dream buying is. What's pegging? What-
Boy, man.
I'll show you later.
Definitely don't look up male docking.
Yeah, it's so a girl
Don't
puts a
knock
strap
until
on
you
and fucks a guy with it.
Ew.
Detailed.
Yeah.
So you know, Amanda, Friday night
Now
at
you know.
Herman's.
No, there should be no gay stuff with guys. Not saying I'm against it. I just don't like to
Is
watch
it gay if a girl does it though?
Technically. Yeah.
Is it?
Well, it's kind of funny the other day because I was working on this foreclosed house.
Ew.
We walk in there and it's already been taken over by a different company before, but there's a dresser wide open. Oh, there was fucking any toy you can imagine in this. So I took a picture, sent
And
the
you
man.
know
I'm
they
like,
don't
you
clean
want
them.
anything?
Like, don't touch it. Put 3 pairs of gloves on. Don't touch
Latex
anything.
gloves for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of the suction cup ones and
There was like chains and stuff in there too.
oh
It
yeah,
was
there's a
like,
bunch of crazy shit in there.
so
There was
gross.
mirrors in every room of this house too.
Got to find out where they moved to.
I should have spent more money
Yeah.
on their mortgage and the stuff in their
I had a
drawers.
friend of mine that did flip houses, and I used to do some work for him, and he did the same thing. He sent me a picture where he had opened up something in there, and it was like a 18-inch double-sided dong in there and shit. And I'm like, whoa. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't even touch those to put them out for a picture. You crazy?
Oh.
You want to know what's funny? That all these foreclosures I go into, nobody takes their fucking porn with them. They always leave their porn behind. And then, us being funny contractors, you always kick it out in the middle of the room because we have to take pictures of the whole house. We always put it in like spots like on the stove and lay it out.
What do you mean they didn't take it with them? They took this.
No, they're DVDs. Yeah, they just left the
Nobody
DVDs.
watches that shit anymore.
Yeah. DVDs and drawers.
Don't you think
full of
this
stuff.
lady would like to take her 17 toys
There
with
was
her?
a lot of them, like a lot.
And her
There you
whips
go,
and her
but when you get
chains.
done, when you gotta take pictures, lay those out. So when you
Probably
Oh.
got 24
the-
more she took with her. Those are the
Oh
old
yeah,
ones.
the drawer was wide open, so I'm just like, yeah, here's the room. Boop, there's dresser.
I even thought, like,
'Cause-
why were
'cause we
you
have to-
opening drawers?
I
You
have to
don't
do it-
open anything.
You have to do an update, and then like we have general property pictures where we
What
put
if you found
all
a
our
diamond
pictures
in that drawer? You'd be like, yeah, you need to open the drawers.
Yeah. So we have to do updates where we put all the pictures in like one little thing, and we send it off to the company. So there's people that sit there and go through all the pictures, and we take like 400 pictures a house. So they're going through. They're okay. There's your. Oh boy. Yeah. So it's fun to stage stuff. So Aaron says we don't talk about racing a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you,
Shop
Aaron.
talk.
We do in
about
the
racing.
beginning.
Talk about the cool shit you find in foreclosed houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dong toys.
I didn't think Perkins was going to be the one to bring that sideways. Way to go, John.
Yep, he was the one. We'll blame him.
Way to go. Bringing out another side of John.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the one talking about pegging.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Maybe trying to tell us something.
Yeah.
Trying to tell us what goes on in the Perkins house. So
Yeah. Like, he started out with, what the fuck? And like, hey guys. And then, pegging? Question mark?
Yeah.
He
You guys
jumped
talking
right
about
into
pegging
that.
in here or what?
Right into that.
Hey, his wife is like, if you get a top 5,
You gotta earn this.
Oh, you almost got him. He's on the edge of his seat right now.
Come on, guys. We're trying to make Derek fall out. Come on, Dave, Sam. Like,
You
work your
get a
magic.
top 5.
It got him so riled up last night. That's when he wrecked.
yeah.
Just whispers it while he's racing. Get a top,
Top
five.
top five,
Get
top
pegged
five,
tonight.
top
Ew.
Everything's bigger in Texas too.
Jesus. See, that's what I love about this. You never know which way it goes. It's like, I love when especially in the beginning, we'd get a new guest on, and I'm like, I wonder what we can joke about with this person. Can we say certain things? And then it just goes downhill after like 15 minutes, and it's just like, we haven't had a boring person on yet.
You just leave it into these heathens in chat, and they fucking make the show.
This was chat that started this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Show us what you guys got. No dick pics.
I don't know. You said you haven't had a boring person. Terry's on every damn week, just about.
Terry's been on in a while.
Terry does the racing talk.
Terry's bored.
Terry's been gone for a while.
Yeah, Terry wants to talk about racing.
So Mark and Derek,
Yeah,
how do you
Mark-
think the league's
So,
going?
which way do you think the league?
Derek,
is going?
how do you feel about being one of the original 185?
I was not one of the original 185.
Yes, you were.
He was part of the Cessra rejects.
Yep.
Him and Taylor and who else was it? The Speed Mafia.
Yeah, Speed Mafia.
Yeah, I saw that league shut down.
Wellman.
Yeah, Sestra closed its doors.
Close the doors.
We
Well,
got a
you
lot
know,
of alumni from Sestra in here.
couldn't get those people to fill out them W-9s and it just shut them down. You know, IRS went down. IRS went in and
Oh, is that the
fucked them
one?
up. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. So,
Oh.
Mark, we have a question in chat. How many people came through the league?
I think it was 185. I think that's what it
185.
was.
How do you think the league has come since you took it over?
Up till last night, pretty good. And then we kind of shit on ourselves last night. And that race was actually going really good in the beginning. I was surprised, you know, and I was telling somebody, you know, I said this before, like every time we think that the racing is going to be shit,
Oh, that's when I
and
said
so,
that
this
I
is
was
gonna be
worried
terrible.
about it.
Yeah, it usually ends up being really good, and that race started out really good. I'm like, man, you know, I mean, there was no cautions in the first stage, right? Am I right? Something like
Yep.
that?
No.
Yep, we went.
I think
Other than
halfway. I
Aaron.
think we made it halfway through stage
No,
2.
Aaron caused the caution right away.
Of course.
Let's
And
see.
then it was fine.
No, there's no caution stage 1.
I thought Aaron caused
No,
one
it
at the...
went
No,
green
that
the
was
whole way.
lap 58.
Oh,
Lap 58
I thought it was
Aaron caused
earlier.
that caution. The start of the second stage, he caused it, and then from there we went lap 88, 95. I don't know what that says. 101 maybe, 158, 166, 173. So it's like it just kept coming right there toward the end. So, yep, started out good, and everybody lost their minds there toward the end. But like I said before, you know, it's not no rules, no tracks, no cars, no setups. It's not going to make it. It's all in you guys' hands once you get on the track. You know, it's how you guys want to race. If you all get out there acting a fool, it's going to be a shitty race. But if you get out there with respect and, you know, taking your time and, you know, not forcing anything, then it can be a good race. But
Yeah, you see we're capable of it.
So,
The first
Mark,
stage.
how do you think the league has come?
I didn't catch. Did you say that to me or to Mark? I didn't.
No,
catch
I said it to Mark. I asked him how he thought the league has come since he took it over.
I mean, if you look at Darlington, we had 2 cautions. Granted, I was throwing the cautions, but I don't think a lot of those would
Should have been 3.
cautions. No, yours was on the apron penis.
I could have pulled it
And
back
then
on the track.
Dover, we only had 2 cautions. So I mean,
Who is that dickhead?
That's why I see the 3 coming. I just let him go around.
Yeah.
Just go.
You don't know.
New
You know what
Hampshire-
kind of condition I'm
New
in.
Hampshire, there was 6, which is pretty decent for a short track like that.
I got 0x at New Hampshire.
There's been a lot of tracks where we only had a few cautions, and where you think there'd be a lot of cautions, but there just isn't really. And I mean, you guys can do it. It's just, got to be cordial, and you got to, I don't know, got to care about your fellow racers and just not run them over.
Well, that's one thing that actually changed up a little bit last night, because I knew it was the first race of the playoffs. I'm like, I need some stage points. I'm like, I need a good finish. I'm like, I'm just going to be patient tonight. Hopefully it comes to me. But, yeah, once you get in the back of that pack, there was a big group in front of me. I'm like, okay, I'll just
Welcome to my
wait,
world.
yeah, make my way through. Okay, I got through. Didn't get crashed. I'm like,
I think it's harder to race in the back. Like, welcome to my world. Like,
right, and
that's
that's
what
the
we
crazy
deal with.
thing, right? Is like most of the racing's going on in the back where it doesn't really matter a whole lot, and it's like they'll race harder for 20th sometimes.
Yeah.
I saw 4 wide. I saw
That was 3 wide
2 by 2
multiple times.
stacked on top of each other, and it's like, what the hell are you racing for? And it's like, I was watching just to throw out names, and fuck Dalton. I'll throw his name out there, and it was like Dalton was racing Backover. Backover had passed him. Legit. Went in there, raced him down, passed him. And then they were catching some lap traffic. Dalton throws it in underneath him, right? Knowing that he caught him because of the lap traffic, throws it in underneath him. Ends up passing Backover. 2-3 laps later, Backover's passing him back. Now, to me, that was for 20th position. What's the point? What's the point in doing that racing for 20th? Coming to a stage, you're not going to get stage points, right? And doing all that extra racing just because you caught lap traffic kind of wears you both out, right? So had Dalton been smarter and just lifted and said, well, he's faster than me right now, I'm just going to let him, get his composure here because we're passing lap traffic, follow him through. But instead they raced him, and he could have hurt them both by he's wearing his shit out, he's wearing Backover's shit out. And it's just sometimes when there's, I think we weren't even to the first stage yet, well, obviously, because Backover was racing. But I mean, so I mean, it's like at some of those times you got to be smart, and you just got to, especially if you're racing for a championship, right? Dalton's in the playoffs, so he's got to be smarter at those points and go, now's not the time. Now's not the time. Not racing first stage. I'm going to get caught right back up to everybody anyway. That one position is not important. I need to be patient, get away from that, and live to see the next stage, right? So, some of that stuff is unnecessary, like the 3 wides, the 4 wides, double stacked up on top of each other for 20th and 25th place. Some of that's just totally unnecessary. People they race smarter, the races will be better, and more people will be in it at the end.
Yeah, I noticed that
might even be able to stay in.
that happens quite a bit around here, that you pass somebody, then they catch you because you catch lap traffic, like you said, and you're trying to go through it, and then they're trying to dive low on it, and you're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I can't fucking go any faster. I'm like, they're too wide in front of me.
You might have pulled away you might have passed that person and pulled away from them by a second. And because you catch lap traffic, then they catch you back, and it's like, they're going to throw it underneath you at that point. It's like, really? Come on, man. You see, I'm trying to work traffic here. Just help me out, follow me through. If you're faster than me after we get through, then race me. But right now we're trying to work through this traffic here. Not necessarily lap traffic. Sometimes it's just slower traffic, right? Sometimes people just burn their shit up and you're trying to get through them. And sometimes if that guy comes that you passed a while ago and pulled a second on him, and he'd be throwing it up underneath you, and it just... Now he's racing extra hard, trying to get in front of you. You're racing hard because you think you should be in front of him. It just causes problems.
I think it's also based on the driver. I've noticed a couple of the past races, like, I forget, I confuse which one's which all the time, but one of the McAvoys has been behind me a couple different races at a couple different stage ends, and it's like, sitting there going, oh, fuck, like, I'm nervous, my tires are shot, he's definitely going to pass me, but he doesn't even try. Like, he knows, just like you said, the stage is coming to an end, there's no point, we're in 18th, we're in 22nd, whatever it might be, and it's like, let's just keep racing my race and make sure I stay where I'm at and hopefully advance as we go further into the race. And it's like, there's not unnecessary moves to destroy your car or cause anything detrimental to your car.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I already know if I see him behind me or at a stage end, I don't have to worry about it. Now, if we know we got 15 laps left into it, like, he might try to get up there. But same thing with Casey Campbell. I noticed that, I don't remember if it was last night or the week before or whatever, but I've seen that where I look back, I'm like, there's Casey. I'm like, is he going to try to get it? 4 laps till the end of the stage. Doesn't even try. He just wants to keep everything going smooth and just
if
make
you're
it
not
to the next
close
stage.
to the top 10, there's no reason.
There's
Last lap,
no
you're trying
reason.
to gain a position for the
Just
stage.
keep your car clean and go.
Me and Miller last night, we were racing side by
That
side
was
for
nice
like
to watch.
6 laps, just because it's for stage points, and I ended up getting just a little bit ahead of him. Got 7th in the stage, but that's an extra point for me for the playoffs. So, and he's in the playoffs too, so we were fighting hard
Yeah,
for it.
that's
But
different.
we raced each other clean side by side for like 6 laps.
Right. And Dalton is dumb. It's just immature. It's just not thinking.
Yeah.
And
Don't be
at this
stupid,
point-
Dalton.
Right. And at this point, you're not racing for wins. You're racing for points. So, you know, if you're not in it at the end, you're going to be way down in the points. So you just need decent finishes. You don't really need wins. You just need decent finishes. All that matters is making the top 4 at the last race. And then it's one race, right? So then it's one race that determines everything. So
that's when you go
but you have
balls
to
to
be
the
in
wall.
that final 4. You know, and if you're racing your balls off at Richmond in the first race of the chase and end up getting wrecked, and now you're behind the 8 ball. Now you have to race hard at Bristol to try to make up for that.
And next
Yeah,
to the most
good luck with
unlucky
that.
driver that we have, like, why would you take that chance?
Right. It just snowballs. If you get in there and get a bad race, now it just snowballs. Now you're trying hard that race, then you're trying super hard in the last race to win, and you just may wreck. So it's just be smart. And you should really do that all season. It should be about points racing and being smart, and that's why I get on people saying, why would you quit? You know, some people are like, well, I'm not in the points, so a lot of you quit. You know, you get damaged and you quit. So if you just stay in, those are points. You know, at the end of the season, those are points.
I am proud of Aaron for getting through the requireds and jumping back in and racing.
Oh, I love seeing anybody do that.
Yeah.
Anybody that sits in, Mike Hamlin's been doing it lately, is just staying in. I know he gets pissed off sometimes, and you know, and sometimes he'll leave and say, you know, I just had to leave, man. I was afraid I'd do something, and I appreciate that too. When people say, I just had to step away for a second. That's all fine, you know. But you can stay in the race and step away, right? You know, I think he went and did another race and then came back. But it's like, you know, if you just, you know, take a minute, cool off, come back, you know, go in the garage area. If you want to vent your frustration, keep it a car number, say whatever you want. You know, you can say, I can't believe that damn 6 car, what an idiot. Yeah, went in there and wrecked me. You can say
That's
anything
true.
you want to that effect. Just
They
keep
hear
it
that
a
a
car
lot
number.
on turn 3.
But I mean, that's what it's for, right? That's what it's for. It's for you to go in, vent a little bit, get it off your chest, and then maybe it doesn't carry over to the next week. If you could just feel like you've vindicated yourself, I guess, by saying something on the broadcast. Just, you know, keep it clean and, you know, keep it to a car number, you know.
That damn 3 car wrecking everybody at Dover.
Yeah, you know what fucking track it was, see? We know you wreck everybody at every track. I do one track.
Watkins Glen.
Watkins Glen.
Was that just during the pit party, or was that in the race? I know Derek was in the race. You
No,
penis.
mine was in the race. That was Terry during the pit party, which was
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah.
Oh, and Terry
Terry
took it,
had-
what,
it was
4
Terry
wide
and
into
Corey on
one?
He was like, hold my beer, I'm gonna pass everybody, not breaking.
No, I got pit
Yeah.
maneuvered at the Glen.
Terry took out the back half, and Corey handled the front half of that pit party. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Terry was shot it down in.
You didn't see that, you penis. That was way behind you. Terry went in there and killed Amanda, is what he did.
What are we talking about?
From way
That's
back. Terry was like 10 car lengths behind the last car in the pit party and ended up in the middle of the field. How the hell? And Derek, Terry, he just said don't be a penis.
So what started the whole penis thing? Was it one person or like? 'Cause I noticed that's a big
I
word.
started calling people penis. I thought it was funny.
Because you don't even just say penis, like you enunciate the shit out of it too. So
Penis.
you penis.
I don't know. It's pretty funny.
It is funny. I've never
mean-
heard it before. Like I've worked in kitchens all my life. I've heard a lot of words being used, but like that one has just such dominance when you use it.
Well, and then Mark's got us starting to use it, so eventually it slips out, and then you call your wife or your kid a penis.
Yeah. Fucking Tanner called his what's his kid's like not even a year old, called him a penis.
Oh my god.
Said put him to bed. He's like, "What are you doing up, you penis? Lay back down or something."
So
like
that kid's gonna go to daycare in a couple years, and like some kid's gonna
girlfriend's
take
like,
his apple.
Just call our kid a penis.
Don't take my apple, you penis.
I told him he should have said, "Yeah, what to do, you
Not
penis."
swearing.
He should have told his girlfriend. Beyonce, whatever she is doing.
It's such a simple
funny.
word, but it gets its point across.
That's pretty funny. It's pretty clean. Very funny.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the cleanest thing you could say, I guess.
Oh my god, yeah.
Not like what this potty mouth says.
Okay, you got Dalton chiming in. Well, Dalton, your family should have accepted that package, you penis.
Yeah.
For how you speak now.
Oh, his,
Oh.
Dalton said his family was like, "Why are you saying penis all the time?" He's like, "Cause it's funny."
Because it's funny. Aw.
Yeah, I don't like the way this is. Y'all need to get back to streaming it in Discord. That was much easier. I'm gonna put that in your suggestion box.
Go turn that on so he can see it.
It'll fuck everything up if I do it.
Oh. Usually we have to keep our Discord thing off when there's 3 or more people. So I'm surprised it's off right now.
Yeah,
See-
because it lags it down.
I could see you guys, but I also got it over here with a 10-minute delay on it.
So what did you usually do? You streamed it yourself on your Discord?
Yeah, before I've got 2 monitors
Yeah,
over
because
here.
you would be on
and-
her Discord. Now
Yeah.
we're on my Discord. But then when I try to stream it, because I got Streamlabs going, so I could switch the scenes too. It's just too much video for it, I guess, and pixelates it. But probably got to
Yeah.
upgrade the old graphics card.
So we got one camera there with a light ring, and it just kind of does both
Hey,
of us.
not
instead of
bad for a
sitting separate.
1080.
I like sitting at my desk. I don't like sitting at the table. The desk is about 6 inches higher, and it's more comfortable.
Yeah, but this looks like we're at a bar now.
It accentuates your boobs more being at the desk.
Like I said, I almost wore a sweatshirt because I was cold.
What are you
in
talking
here.
about? I just bought a brand new webcam. It's 60 frames per second now, so you can get her in high def.
Zoom that shit in. She needs to wear that gray tank top more. It kind of cups the boobs better. You can,
Oh, the one you sweated all in
Around
last
it.
night?
Oh no! So I had the same tank top, but it's blank. So that was my fucking Catalina wine mixer tank top that I wore the other
Yeah,
night
that's the one.
with the helicopter and everything on there. So I have the same one that there's no graphics on. It was a blank one last night. And sweat here, all down the
you need
back.
to print one with like abs and fake boobs on it and wear that during shop talk.
I was gonna wear like a full snowsuit today and see what you said like when we got on camera.
Print one that's
You
got
wearing
like
Carhartts?
print one that's got a pair of boobs with some tassels on it and then some abs. You wear that shit.
Well, by one of the green colored ones, so it's basically just cut out the sleeves of it.
Oh my
That'd
god.
be awesome. Might get more viewers.
He used to
saying.
yell at me too because I'd like lean forward when we were sitting, like, because the camera was right here, and I would always lean forward on the table like this. He's, stop leaning forward. Stop leaning forward. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, sorry.
Nah, that looks fine. There you go. Move that fucking can
That's why
out the way.
Mark wants us to go back to that because I used to lean forward all the time,
Oh, yeah.
and then the camera was up here. He's like, stop leaning
we were
forward.
sitting in the living room eating dinner tonight, and she had like a thing on with like half her bras hanging out. I'm like, wait, wearing that shit for fucking Mark tonight on Shop Talk?
Hell yeah. Hey, you're not showing any of the sexy part. It's just titty meat.
Yeah.
Look, he looks fine.
Got someone in the room with him over there.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Daughter. Aw. Jesus.
God, you got quite the look at that big setup. Yours, you got the other one over there.
What is she playing?
She's playing homework.
Oh. It looks like she's in a gamer chair, headset on. Aw.
Can't see you, Amanda.
I don't know. I waved anyways. Aw.
Oh shit.
What are you doing with your fingers?
Yeah, that.
It's warming them up. Get them primed. You do it.
You do it.
What do we got going on in chat? Anybody
Pretty
got
quiet.
anything else?
Don't change the subject, damn it.
Yeah.
Well, we went from cream pies to candy canes, back to racing. Now we're talking
Pegging.
about kids. And pegging, yeah, and back to nipples.
Oh, we're getting viewers. John Perkins heard pegging, log back in.
Man. So, like, this is the joy of it. Like, this is, I wish how it could be all the
Camera
time.
fucked up. You got magenta camera.
We do?
Get up and put your hand in front of it. It's coming back now, I think.
Yep,
Oh
there
yeah,
it is.
see, I told you it does that.
Yeah, it
Like
happens
you were
on his
both-
other
looked
one.
like you were both sunburned for a second.
It turns green every now and then, too.
Yeah,
You
well,
get,
it
like,
looked
when
like
I do,
golf.
when I do the golf
now
show.
Now you're
it does-
sunburned again.
Nope.
Now you're coming back.
John said glory holes.
Corey, get a damn camera somewhere besides China, you penis.
I know.
It's Amazon. It was
Fucking
Get
$60.
that shit off a Wish.
No, Amazon, $60.
Yeah. Camera made out of fucking cellophane. The camera lens.
Might be.
So John Perkins wants to talk about glory holes.
Ty, are you still here?
That's a thing.
Now he's just looking shit up.
I've heard about glory
He's
holes,
just
never
looking
seen one.
shit up.
Yeah, he's googling dirty phrases.
Yeah. Dirty sand.
Yeah, he's at Urban Dictionary.
Rusty trombone.
Yeah, Sam, I'm digging my whole hand in the ice bucket still.
Yeah, he's finger fucking his ice cubes.
Yeah.
If Amanda don't know what a cream pie is, she definitely don't know what the rusty trombone is.
I've heard of it. I don't remember exactly what it
Yeah,
is.
go ahead, look it up
Yeah,
real quick.
Google it, Amanda. You have a computer.
Oh,
It's a fun one.
Am I gonna get a virus?
Will I get a virus?
It'd probably be Urban
Go to,
Dictionary.
yeah, go to Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. Corey.
She just Googled it.
Your ice cube.
Oh. The overall action is said to resemble someone playing a trombone.
Read it to everybody. Read it to the viewers.
I
Yeah, read it to the viewers.
can't.
Come on, it's an educational show now.
I can't. Once I get the giggles, I'm fucked. I can't do it. Okay. Don't look at me. Look
I'm
away. You guys look away. Don't look at the camera.
Don't look at her.
It makes me feel dirty. Send me some money or iRacing credits for doing this. Okay. A rusty trombone involves a man or woman exploring a chap's back orifice with their tongue, or rimming as it is known, whilst reaching around and manually pleasuring them at the front. The overall action is said to resemble somebody playing a trombone.
Now you two play it out.
Well, I mean, we want viewers, right?
Visual demonstration.
oh.
John Perkins says he's a cop for 6
Wait a
years.
minute.
He's seen some shit.
What kind of cop were you? Were you like the stripper cop or something? Going to people's houses?
Oh,
Kind of-
Sam,
how do you see
the
that
angry,
shit as a cop?
the angry pirate's a great one. Do you know what the angry pirate is?
I'm not looking
so
at
an
it.
angry pirate is when you go into a girl's eye and she's like, "What the fuck?" And you kick her in the fucking shin, so she's hobbling around.
Oh, that was dumb. No. No girl standing up while she does it.
Well, you get up to come after me after I get you in the eye. Then kick you in the fucking shin.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. You're hobbling around like a pirate.
Mark was fucking waiting for her to read that out.
Could you imagine John Perkins as a cop seeing shit like that? Like kick the door. Freeze, it's the police. Hey, we got a rusty trombone going on in here.
You guys pegging in here? There ain't no pegging going on in here, is there?
I need some backup. I need some backup.
All right, no pegging. All right. Turn down the radio.
This show kind of went.
It always does after 10.
See, Terry, fucking Danny Terry's not in here to fucking keep it under control.
Terry doesn't know what to do.
The kids take over and it goes nuts.
That's what Terry just sits there quietly, just smiling and nodding.
It was kind of funny because when he was here for that open show, yeah, once it turned south,
he
quiet.
says,
just sat there.
unfortunately.
He's like,
Oh, he didn't say shit.
In the corner
like he was disgusted by us.
Really?
South Perry was like this.
Ty, what else can you deep throat?
Let's send.
Hang on, bring it closer. We want to see.
So the next time we have Ty on for an open, we all have to know like a week ahead of time and Amazon him something. We're gonna Amazon him different things. And they all have to be opened on camera and deep-throated on camera.
What?
Yep, a nice surprise. So he opens it.
Check that out at Shop Talk OnlyFans.
I'm sending him a double dong.
We'll pay him. We'll send him some money.
Yeah. Ty, don't be a pussy. Take it.
I'll never get married. I'll send that to every girl I date.
He did say during Apocalypse he's gonna make some man really lucky.
It's all gonna be food.
No, he's gonna be rich.
So he can just do one piece of the food and put the rest in the fridge or the freezer. So it still benefits him.
Look at Dalton. Gotta see his throat bulge out. This guy's telling me he's never watched porn in his life. You a lying. You a damn liar.
Dalton!
What kind of porn is he watching if a guy's throat bulges out?
Is he watching pelican porn?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Anime, yeah. Dalton thinks he's fooling people, but, we were 19, 20, 21, and all that shit once, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I told her, back when I was... Derek, how old are you?
Me, I am 36.
36, so yeah, you're our age. I was telling her that, back in the day, we barely had cell phones. You couldn't text or anything because it cost so much fucking money. I'm like, man, if I had Tinder back in the day, holy fuck.
I did not have a cell phone till I was in college, yes.
I didn't have one till I was 18. I graduated high school at 17. I was 18
had
when I
Tinder
got
in the
cell
80s.
phone.
I don't think I'd...
I'd have been in the medical hall of fame for every disease known to
Oh,
man.
yeah, me too.
And it's kind of funny because now even when I go to the grocery store, I'm like, oh, I got my phone with me. Well, hell, back in high school when you used to do all kinds of stupid stuff, no one had phones on.
Yep.
No, you do the stupidest shit you could possibly think of.
I didn't even have a debit card. I have $20 cash, my license, and I would walk out the door. I had no debit card, no cell phone, nothing.
You could arrange parties with 30 people in apple orchards around here, and there'd be 50 that show up. Nobody texted out.
Oh, Ty's still in here.
Yeah.
Just like chain calling.
Yep.
Tell one person, it was like, everybody knew.
You just do it in school, and then we'll see you bitches tonight.
Hey, Corey's parents aren't home. Party at his house. Fucking half the school shows.
That never
I don't
happened,
even
Mark.
know you,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like, who the hell are you? You're from a different school. What are you doing here?
Oh, yeah, that always happened. You're like, fuck you doing? What are you
Chris,
doing here?
I still have to figure out how I'm going to talk about all this shit next Sunday.
Go to the dictionary?
Yeah, go back, rewatch it, take some notes.
You gotta work in the rusty trombone somewhere in the broadcast.
I'm going to have a new paint scheme. It's going to be candy canes all over my car.
Oh, Chris said Ty doesn't get an interview.
candy canes and oatmeal cream pies all over her car.
And trombones. Sprinkle them all around. That's gonna be a paint
Trombones
scheme.
with a shitty mouthpiece.
All rusted up. The fuck is she driving?
Picture John Perkins pegging.
Oh my god. It's the best when it goes downhill.
Oh yeah. See,
On the back.
that's
Don't
why
peg me
Yeah,
on
Michael,
the back.
get on it.
that's why Aaron doesn't like these shows. He doesn't like to laugh.
Nah, he doesn't.
He wants to talk about racing, how he
He
crashes.
just rolls his eyes.
We
and
like
looks
to talk
around.
about stuff on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, Aaron don't want people to see him smiling.
He gets all mad at us in our group message. Like, you guys are stupid.
I
Pay
said,
attention.
Because I thought about Aaron, I was like, he's pretty passive. Like, he talk a lot of shit. But he's actually pretty passive on the track if you watch him and stuff. He don't race people hard. He just kind of lets them go. And, you know, I'm like, he's like a Mark Martin, but like a grumpy old Mark Martin.
Yeah.
Like,
never
imagine
never
Mark
gonna
Martin
win
racing
it. Never gonna win
that,
anything.
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
out there.
No.
like- Imagine if you took the dude from Up and Mark Martin. They had a baby.
Aww.
Aaron racing like,
The dude from Up at Mark
Who's the
Martin.
little fat kid then? Who would the little fat kid be?
Terry.
It's Terry.
Eating his taffy. Just running
Aaron,
all around in circles
Aaron,
and shit.
wait for me. Wait for me,
Yeah, 'cause
Aaron.
he's all hopped up on sugar. Dalton says,
Here.
Michael, let's get on your paint.
I
Derek,
know.
when are you gonna get Heidi down there on the camera? I don't even think she ever goes down the steps, does she? Without you carrying her?
Oh, this is my dungeon.
Oh yeah, that's why you had a treadmill in there for 3 years.
It's gone. It's gone.
Oh yeah, you gave it to your mother-in-law.
Like
I took it
Dave
down to my
Seat
mother's
said,
house.
you told your
Yeah.
mother-in-law she was fat. Take my
To
Yeah.
the
treadmill.
right of him, he's got a bunch of kid toys.
To the right of me.
Don't you usually have but shit ton
that
of
it right
bastard
there?
kid toys
Oh,
over there?
Yeah.
No. If Chris is still on, he'd get a kick out of
It was
this.
it a Bears thing? Gross.
I'm missing my helmet though. Where the heck did that go? But anyway, this is a stress doll, a bear stress doll. So every time they do something, you can rip off a body. Or
Yeah.
It's so,
So,
stupid.
so that thing has no legs or arms every Sunday?
pretty much, yeah. And, you know, if they really wanted to make this an accurate doll, you just sell it with just a body.
What happened to its wiener? Have you already thrown that out?
He sent that to Ty.
He needs that ripped off.
Yep.
Oh.
I thought the last picture I seen in your basement, you had a bunch of basket of toys over there.
Well, there was a basket of toys right here. Oh, but yeah, I picked those up.
Yeah, he
You
said.
got done playing with them.
Yeah.
Yep. I tested them out.
He told him to get their shit,
He
get the
got
fuck
done
out.
playing with them.
Get their shit. He said, "Can you take my shit and go over there with it?"
Where's he going?
Looking for toys.
Nice basketball shorts, you penis.
Way to dress up.
He's ready for a game to break out.
Oh, I could be my own musician. I got drums. I don't know if you can still see me.
Do you have a rusty
Yeah, we
trombone?
can still see you.
I got drums and a guitar.
You got so much more shit in your house than Ty.
I didn't even have food in this cupboard.
Uh-oh.
Poor fucking son of a bitch.
Amanda would like this. I got a visitor.
Here comes
Oh,
the white Charles Barkley, everybody.
Aww.
Hey, come here.
The babies.
She's like, I don't even like you. I ain't jumping up on you.
Yeah. He's like, why do you always do this to me every Monday?
He's like, leave me alone.
Yeah. It's like you'll never touch me throughout the rest of the week.
Oh,
are
no,
you?
I don't. The only time I get away from her is when I'm down here. Otherwise, she's always by my side, aren't you?
Aw. The babies.
It's like, who are you? Where's my
I know,
real
Ty.
dad?
I'm
UPS
just
guy.
picking on you because I'm jealous.
College kid life.
Yeah, we're actually. If this couch wasn't here, you would see a bunch of toys because we are in the middle of going through them and getting rid of some now that. Now that she's older and we don't need little kids' toys anymore.
Derek, she's like 7.
She's 8.
No more toys
Hey,
for
that's
you.
the
You're
same
7. You're an adult now. Go get a job.
Yeah.
Dave, see, so you put the
Buying
peanut butter
makeup
down, Derek.
already, Fucking high heels.
Aw.
My daughter still plays with Little's Pet Shops and shit.
How
The one
old
that's
is she?
doing her homework?
Yeah, she's 19.
You
Aw.
got, I got Barbies behind me. And
Still playing with
Oh, that didn't look like she does.
Yeah. Like, you son of a bitch.
Fuck you just say over there.
Oh.
She does still sleep with her baby blanket, though. Is that right, Amber?
Well, a lot of people. Our friend Rob, he's what, 37, 38?
on you
He
now?
said he still has his.
Yeah, she still got a Blues Clues blanket. That thing is
Rob
rough.
Duncan?
Yeah, Rob said he still has his baby
He
blanket.
sleeps with that thing?
I don't know if he sleeps
I'm
with it,
picking
he
on him
still
so
has
bad
it.
tomorrow at work.
Like 38 years old. He said his grandma or someone made it for him, still has it.
I think my wife, one of my wife's coworkers bought that as like a baby shower thing. So literally that blanket's like 19 years old.
See,
Chris
I'm-
says if he's got about 400 Littlest Pet Shop things if she wants them.
Aw.
I think she just got rid of them all like recently. She had about that many too.
I'm
The
not
whole damn
very,
toy box full of 'em.
not
say,
very
I think I-
nostalgic or anything. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
even
Blue's
have
Clues.
pictures. I
Oh
don't.
yeah, Ty.
I don't have
I was gonna say-
toys, anything like
See,
that.
I wouldn't have thrown something like that out if I was a kid and I'm a teenager. I'm not gonna throw out something that was basically my childhood.
I don't think I've ever thrown it out. I
I got all
don't.
my stuffed animals here in the house somewhere. I think they're in a tote somewhere.
I just think most of them didn't make it along moves and stuff, but like 6 months into having something, I'm like, I don't need this, and I usually find a way to get rid of it. And it's like
I still
this
have a
one,
bunch of-
this one's a fucking hoarder. Everything he buys, we got 9 of, and we got to shove it in a
Yeah.
closet. Like me, I'm like, get rid of it.
I
We
might
haven't
get
touched
rid
it
of
in
it
6
someday.
months. No,
It's mostly
I can see
electronic
Ford-
shit.
Hoarding all them liquor bottles behind you there.
he's got so much shit. I see something, I look at it, I'm an impulse buyer, definitely, but 6 months later, I'm like, I don't need this. Fucking gone. Get out of the house. I don't want it.
Oh,
I
burn
still have
Ty.
some- I still have some
Aw.
of the little Star Wars figurines from when I was a kid. From 1977.
Jesus. I wasn't even born yet.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me either. I don't think anybody here was.
I was born in 82,
Nope.
I
was gonna
think.
say, there's a bunch of 84 people.
It goes
who are in the
Mark, me, Corey, and Derek.
She's 82, I'm 83.
league. 84.
Yeah.
He calls me a cougar. I'm like 6
Yeah.
months older than him.
She got me. She's got claws in me.
Derek's wife older than him.
My wife was born in 79.
Oh, Derek's that cougar hunter.
She did that so she could tell him what to do.
Yeah.
You respect your elders, boy. Sweep the floor.
Yeah. I'll let you go play in your little racing thing in a little bit.
91,
Like,
do your
Sam.
chores.
Like Danielson up in that sumbase, like, mop the floor,
Yeah.
scrub the deck. Yeah.
I'm done. Can I go in the basement and race?
Yeah. Like, you got 1 hour and the internet goes off.
Changing the Wi-Fi password.
Derek's usually like, I'll be right back on my iPad. I'm going in the other bedroom.
Damn, Sam, you were born in 91.
I know. Jeez.
That's when life was worth living.
Millennial alert.
So my daughter just called me on the Alexa and wants me to
Oh.
come up and have
Comes in
her
order.
and wants me to come up and say goodnight. So
Aww.
Yeah, it comes in order. Told you. Derek don't do shit. All the women rule the roost in that house, including the dog. He's the only dude there.
It's a smart man
Goddamn,
right
Ty,
there.
99. Fucking 2 years later, I was
99?
graduating.
yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
I graduated
Yeah.
in 2000.
I graduated 01.
Ty, I believe that's still in the millennial era, isn't it?
Oh.
I think that's the beginning of it. I think Ty started it. Ty started the snowflake movement.
Jesus.
I think he started that pronoun movement with all them things he was deep throating.
I guess that's just what these millennials do. They deep throw hot dogs.
And my wife saw the whole Superman thing, the new Superman. My wife saw a thing today that said instead of kryptonite, the new thing that would bring Superman to his knees is going to be the wrong pronoun. And it had a caption of Superman down, and they're like him, his, and he's like so it's pretty funny.
It's so stupid. Oh my god.
Oh,
All that
yeah.
stuff pisses me off. Like when
It
they
is,
changed the what was the
I
syrup
don't care
lady,
what
Mrs.
kind of part you're
Butterworth?
doing in the bedroom. Just don't put it in my face. I don't give a shit.
Which
I
is
don't tell
all the
I don't
nonsense.
tell everybody what me and my wife are doing in the
Yeah.
bedroom. Why you got to tell me what you're doing? I don't give a shit.
Well,
I was gonna say, on that note,
John Perkins
I'm
is
gonna-
pegging.
Go say goodnight to your daughter. Thank you
Gary's
for
not allowed
coming
on Shop Talk
on.
anymore. He cuts out early like a penis.
no, I wasn't supposed to be on tonight.
Yeah, he was a trooper tonight. Thanks for coming out there.
Yes, thank
We're probably
you.
gonna get out of here too. I got a big day of work
Yeah.
tomorrow, so we'll
We're
probably
about
wrap
10:30.
this
Put
up.
more things in drawers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, go treasure hunting tomorrow.
Yeah.
bring the wife home something nice.
Yeah, bring the can of Lysol.
Just wipe it off
Ew.
first.
It's where coronavirus
Why would you wipe
started.
it off?
No.
Well, you probably don't want any kind of yeast infection.
Ew.
Not my problem.
Not trying to grow bread.
Oh. It's gross.
All right, so we'll wrap it up there. Work, fuck that. Yeah, Ty
Wrap
does
it up with the yeast infection.
True millennial statement, Ty. Work, fuck that. All right, so thanks for coming on, Derek. Thanks, Mark, as always, for coming on, and thanks for everybody in chat. I can't even name you all. There were so many tonight. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll be back next week after Bristol, which fuck, we might as well make that just like an open house or something. Yeah, they might as well make that an open house and just have
Indeed.
fun. Not even show up, just have the
I
Discord
might be
showing.
quitting next week.
Yeah, we're just gonna have the Discord showing and be like, yeah, have it out, boys. Just text me when you guys are done. I'll shut the show down. So, thanks to Amanda too, and we will see you guys next Monday night.
Monday. See
See you guys then.
Make that shirt, Amanda.